And we're live. Hello everybody, good morning, good afternoon, happy time zones wherever you might be. I'm Emma and welcome back to the House of Hubris here on twitch.tv/Saracent, and welcome back to Strange Horticulture. A game in which we are not fighting anyone and it's great. My throat's acting up a bit today. I can only apologise if my voice goes a bit weird during this, that's why. You don't need to tell me to hydrate. But yes, we have inherited a plant shop where we sell many weird and wonderful things that have effects of many kinds. We are investigating a witch who's been murdered. We have basically intentionally poisoned a guy because he was being a dick to retail workers. You don't need to tell me to hydrate, you want to. Yeah, I know. And yeah, and there's a mushroom that keeps walking around and it's making me profoundly uncomfortable. Also, we have a cute cat. Let's get back into it. What's going on? It's Tuesday. That's what was going on. We still have this. We still don't know what's up with it. Here are all our plants we've identified. Here are all our plants we haven't identified. We can explore somewhere. And let's. I think this might have taken us back to the start of the day. Let's go down to the other stone circle. There was somebody murdered there. I shudder at the thought of what happened here. If these stones could tell us what they saw. A chill comes over me and I realise I don't want to linger. But I do. Oh, and that's given me dread. Great. Turns out going to crime scenes makes you uncomfortable. Huge if true. Ah yes, and we've got this lens that we need the, what is it, red ebony, yes. We have this clue, which and his hellebore. I'm about to ring the bell, hellebore. Be calm. I said calm. Reuben Ward has called upon my unique expertise to aid in his investigation of the Swinside Stone Circle. Unique expertise. Ha! He knows how to flatter an old woman when he wants something. I thought about telling him to suck an egg. Gave it a good long thought, actually, but my curiosity has got the better of me. He must be desperate if he's coming to me, and I'll bet they found something juicy down there. I just went down there. Didn't find any juice at all. Signs of ritual sacrifice, maybe. I could do with some witch fig to take with me. Always comes in useful. So wait, what's her deal? She's an occult scholar, that's it. Yes, these are the major characters we've met. He's a dick. She's mysterious and in people's dreams. She's a librarian. He's... oh yeah, he's the cops. Occult scholar. Cult sister. And medium. Depends on our definition of juice, I guess. Well, we didn't seem to find anything, and it was very disappointing. Anyway, witch fig. What does that look like? Plant book. Tell me of plant. Plant Strega tenuis, a plant that's said to have many uses, including easing the symptoms of infection, soaking up moisture, and detecting the presence of certain compounds. It's also well liked by butterflies. It has similar leaves to the fever kiss plant, which is often confused with. Do I know what that looks like? Fever kiss. The red berries provide an energy boost that lasts several hours. The leaves are pale in colour, so like fever kiss but darker. Well, I think... do we have another one that looks kind of like that? Yeah. These leaves are pale in colour. These leaves are less so. Which would suggest that this is your witch fig. Yeah. I know what I'm plants. And we get Jacob's worth. We take this, we put it down here, we label it. Oh, And that was exactly the space it wanted, except that this mushroom keeps moving because it's a dick. Label it. We can go somewhere else. Where should we go? Let's go down to Lowick. The village isn't welcoming to strangers. Hostile faces eye me suspiciously. I won't find any answers here. Can I stop going to places that just make me profoundly uncomfortable? Elbor, be ready. You weren't ready. Oh, it's this guy. I am on my way to the mayor's office to file an official request that your business license be revoked. You will practice your witchcraft on the residents of Undermere no longer. Well, do you have anything to say for yourself? I can give him a plant, Storian or Henchuck. What do these do, game? By game I mean book. Henchuck. Fruit of the Henchuck can have startling effects on memory. Even a small dose can result in short-term memory loss, but in larger amounts it's been known to cause severe amnesia. The tuberous bulb has an unusual structure, growing in bursts that give it a striped appearance when cut open. When the outer layer hardens and turns blue-green, it's ready to harvest. Okay, so that would presumably make him forget all about it, or Storian. The dark red fruit should not be ingested under any circumstances, as they are highly poisonous, resulting in insanity and then death. A cross-section of the stem shows the distinctive triple xylem and phloem of the Storian. I'm going to file a complaint about you with the mayor. Okay, I can either neuralize you or murder you. Oh no, this is the same prick. We just didn't murder him before. We just gave him a rash because he was like, I have a skin problem. Give me something that'll clear that up, or while insulting me. And we gave him something that would make it worse. And that's why he looks so blotchy. Look, much. Chat, you're a terrible influence. Plants need fertilizer. Okay, so what do we know about these two? Storian has dark red berries and... Okay, those aren't dark red. Those aren't really berries. I don't want to look at that. That's... Oh, that's Fever Kiss. We should label that. Does this game even do plant mechanics? I have no clue. I know about as much as you do. Oh wait, that label should be blue, because we haven't officially identified it yet. Okay, for once I'm going to, you know, not take chat's bad advice, and we're just gonna memory wipe this guy. But I still kind of want to see what Storian looks like. Is it this one that I know is poisonous? Red fruits, long flat leaves? Could be. This is the other thing, is I'm not totally sure how to murder the guy. So, Henchuck. Tuberous bulb has a striped appearance when cut open. When it's ready to harvest, the outer layer hardens and turns blue-green. The bulb is quite firm and turquoise. That sounds good. Any other bulb ones? No. Yeah, so I'm guessing that's your Henchuck. I have a plant that causes psychosis before killing someone. Seems like a good option for murder. Yeah, but that's assuming I want to murder this guy. Am I the only one here who doesn't want to murder this guy? Unless we're following the rules of society and the state. I mean, yeah, more fool me, right? Okay, we have one vote for kill, one for mind wipe in chat. I'm guessing this is Storian. In fact, I'm going to change the label. But we're going to give him the hand check. Because I say so when I'm playing the game. You can murder this guy on your own time. And we get the page for Royal Genture. Ah, that's what Everheart is then. Sometimes called Everheart. Fine, let's change it to the actual name. Also, I like how many of these plants that are getting us alternate routes we wouldn't have seen if we hadn't gone out exploring for them. A lot of them are not the ones you start with. Oh yes, I should label my hand trap. Violet. And it goes after Harlequin Blue before Hot Heart. She says, putting it not there. Cool. Okay, Tuesday is gone, as Leonard's told us. But we can explore. Let's go out to Beckford. I find myself outside a beautiful house with a beautiful wife. Stop your music reference, clocks, although less neat than usual. Almost hidden in overgrown foliage. A deep hum of bees suggests a hive is nearby, and a heavily laden apple tree leans temptingly from the other side of the high wall. I would dearly love to stay and explore the gardens of this hidden sanctuary, but I do not have the time. Cool. I never find anything good. Hellbore, you're here at least. I just got an achievement for petting the cat enough times. Good video game. End of Tuesday. Ah yes, and we're having dreams about somebody finding a cursed book. We have a clue to another place to go. Not long after the girl left home, her father wept, but he was so caught up in his own grief that he let her go and did not look for her. Ah yes, this is after the girl's mother died. It is Wednesday, my dudes. The old man of Coniston looks out across the lake with blind eyes. His mind wanders with the current, floating gently southwards to the fork. So, the old man of Coniston's there. Looks out across the lake with blind eyes. And his gaze drifts southward to the fork. There? I guess. Yep, again, you know you've got it right when the tarot card just evaporates. The heavens open up as I reach the fork. Take a moment to pause and listen to the sound of water on water. I'm soaked through, but my spirits are high as I return home. I'm not empty-handed. 2 new plants today. I found some lavender. Let's ring the bell. Hellbore, are you used to this yet? Seems not. Well, you're new. The insects make the salt marshes uninhabitable. People stay away and not much grows there, but I know where to find an unusual plant. I've drawn you a map in case you decide it's worth your time. You know what I love to do? Is go into shops unprovoked and give people quests. But hey, I guess. Okay, so we've got the coast, we've got an estuary here, following us around, those are. A dotted line there for, like, a road? Ah, it's the edge of the marsh. And then the X was just above that fork. So, either there or there. The air is thick with flying, biting insects, an unbearable plague. I mean, she did warn us about that. I fight against it for mere moments before I'm overwhelmed. I've only had some blue winter to keep at bay. Winter boar, you say? Book, do I have that? Please tell me I have that. Winter boar. Aloe caerulum, also known as blue aloe, which is what the taxonomic name means, or blue winter after its cool blue-grey flowers. Winter boar is a hardy plant, often found growing in extreme cold environments. The rubbery leaves make an effective insect repellent when applied to the skin. That looks like that. Grey-blue flowers with an orange centre. Yep. I think we can call that winter boar. Yeah. We get another page. Dranthium. We label this before I forget. And we file. Between Sunset Mountain Cap and Witch Fig. And where's my Wandering Bew gone? Oh, you've wandered the other way this time, just to mess up my filing. Winter boar is a type of kale in real life? Huh. Blue winter saves my skin, but the swirling mass of insects is so thick in places that it's hard to see. At length I come across what I came for. Hurry away. Very non-threatening looking plant. Great, 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 great. A little bit feed me Seymour. Can archive that. Those don't combust when you've done their thing. Is red ebony listed in my book? Not remotely. Cool. Never mind then. Let's just ding the bell. Bethany's back. Thank you for your help and discretion earlier. The sisterhood is grateful, but the news that the Arder was poisoned with gilded dendra has everyone worried. The temporary acting Arder is panicking. I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but one of the sisters has gone missing, a runaway from fear that we took in a few years ago. We're trying to find her, and Sister Charlotte remembered that the Jacob's Worth plant is said to help locate people. Why yes, I know what that is. Jacob's Worth, or Dignitas Jacobi, which means basically Jacob's Worth. People tend to be drawn to the unusual flowers of the Jacob's Worth, but it is the leaves that have the most interesting properties. It said they'll point the way towards any person you wish to locate, and have been used successfully to find many a lost wanderer out on the fells. Okay, so it's got leaves like that and unusual flowers. The hell does that mean? Those leaves look about right. The leaves seem to have a mind of their own, that sounds about right, and black and yellow flowers seem unusual. You want these plants to be real? Alas. I mean, this is just giving me real flashbacks to growing up with a lot of English folklore. There's a lot of stuff like this about plant magic. I had this short story anthology called Magic from the Ground that I was absolutely obsessed with for a long while as a kid. I can still recite bits from it. It was all this kind of stuff. Although that was very southwest England, like Somerset rather than the lakes. But same diff. Anyway, here's your plant. Large portions of plant magic are just pre-scientific medicine, exactly. Solomon's Scepter. Yeah, I know the plants in this don't exist. It's just very familiar from English folk magic. I say English, British, we probably stole a bunch of it from the Welsh. Let's explore somewhere else. I'm still very interested where this is. Oh! Oh, I can drag it onto the map. That makes a lot of difference. Does this tear line up with anything? And the Celts, I mean... I said the Welsh, and in as much as the Celts existed as a group, which they kind of didn't, the Welsh were definitely part of that. Trying to fit this to a coastline or anything. The top bit feels like it fits there, but the rest doesn't. Does it line up with one of the mountain ranges? It feels like it kind of lines up there, but I don't know if I'm just imagining that because I want it to. Okay, the fact that it slightly snaps into position... Oh no, that's just because I had it too high. Ignore me, I was trying to game the game. Southwest coast? Oh, good shout. There we go. Perfect. And the X there is there. Just west of Blackcomb. Ha ha ha! The gentle sound of flowing water. The sunset through scattered clouds. A reset. New plants. That's... If I'd got that sooner, that's the one I had the option of giving to... what's her name? The psychic, to supercharge her psychicness. Ooh. What was that called? I can blue label that. Iguria. What is my Royal Genture doing over here? Why are things all just moving now? Does it also say Genture walks? Sometimes called Everheart, the pink flowers of the Royal Genture are made up of two large kidney-shaped petals. One of the few ways to release the line of Swift Snare is to apply a paste created from the sap of the Royal Genture. Also, I guess it might get up and walk. Ugh, where does it go? Between Ren and Shemalung. I'm trying to organize you, you ridiculous plants. They're not even mushrooms! Also, we just got that new thing. Shop may be haunted. Yeah, or it's just teleport. Look at that face. That is the face of a cat that intends to commit crimes. AKA, a cat. I don't think we know him. My wife's birthday and I wanted to get her something special. There was a plant she used to love as a child, but she hasn't been able to find any in years. Sort of bulb-like and has a strong smell to it, but strong in a good way, and are the flowers more like lots of little flowers? Building in Europe, haunted in this economy. Trying to explain this game to my boyfriend. I said all the customers are characters from Gloom cards. Yeah, a little bit. This is bulb. Does this smell nice? Sweet scent like a strawberry dipped in honey, but the flower is not like lots of little flowers. Is it one we've already identified? Is it forest camphor? Pungent but not unpleasant. There we go. You want this? Random man? Told you. Plant identified. Thought I'd already done that. It was yellow labelled. Oh well. We can explore. Let's explore. We can drag this onto the map as well, which is interesting, given that I don't think it's map connected. And also we can drag this onto the map, which is very interesting. I imagine we have to line these up with, what, 12 points around the map. This feels 100% map connected. Yep. We have... Where could Raven be pointing to? Given the square is the same size as one of the grids. Not quite, it's a little bigger, but... Can we rotate it? Not as far as I can tell. Oh, you can right-click to toggle and drag. No, you can't. I just glitched it. Okay, good talk. Oh, Ravenglass, hello. So this is connected to all of this. Or it's going to be somewhere south of Ravenglass. Maybe we should just go to Ravenglass and see. An estuary, and sorry, that's not what that says. An expanse of water surrounds the coastal hamlet of Ravenglass, which sits on the estuary of 3 rivers. My librarian friend Simone tells me the Romans once used this as a naval port. Okay, cool. Good history, question mark. Oh, that goes in letters, not clues. Weird. Let's ding the bell. Ennis Aylford. We've had our eye on you for some time now. Join us. Praise the Dendru. Excuse me? The Cultist. A man who claims to represent the group known as the Seeds of Redemption. He grew up in nearby Gosforth, which I hasten to remind you, a real place, but it's rumoured that he spent some time living in Rydal Cave. It's not clear what happened in the intervening years, but by the time he came to Undermere, he had dedicated his life to the one he calls the Woken Dendru. Okay. He has a letter for us. Is it full of anthrax? Or what compasses? I represent a group called the Seeds of Redemption. Your expertise would be very useful to us, and we have much to offer in return. Let us know that we can count on you by leaving a single St. John's poppy flower outside the Sag Guild Church before Friday. Do not make the mistake of ignoring us. So, do I want to pledge myself to a cult chat? I mean, I kind of feel like I don't even need to wait for that answer. Depends what's their benefits plan. Hard to say. The cult did not offer us a robust and well-costed contract. Less of a reasonable interview situation, more of a put a poppy outside a church and we won't murder you situation. They did already threaten me. I know, but let's be real, I respond well to that. I'm gonna do it. The church isn't hard to find, the small hamlet of Saggill. This must be the place. There's yet another Talking Heads song. I'm gonna call that a good omen. Yes, I know, thank you, game. Well, let's wait for that to come back and bite us. Bing. Verona. I have returned from Swinside. I must admit I was hoping for more to go on, but there were certainly signs of a ritual having been performed at the stone circle. And the poor victim, well, the less said about him the better. Reuben had it right though. Grisly. I have the beginnings of a theory, but I'd like to run some tests on a sample of the gilded dendra. Rule of thumb with cults, don't join them, but if you're press gang, at least make sure they'll provide food, housing and healthcare. Yeah, again, I didn't really have a chance to ask that, it was more just Poppy, church, not dead. Anyway, let's find this incredibly poisonous plant. Do not drink the sap of this plant. The lips and veins will turn black as the blood succumbs to Dendra's miasma. A sure and painful way to die. Wait, the leader of the witches was killed with this, and the cult is pledged to the Woken Dendru. I begin to see some issues here. The poison is so potent. The poison is so The poison is so potent that even touching the leaves of the plant can be painful. Too many P's in that sentence, writer. Okay, so it's got... Rain in Spain falls mainly on the plains. Fine. The poison is so potent that even touching the leaves of the plant can be painful. I got it that time, so I suppose, but... something with foldy, painful leaves. Those are foldy? Dark blue petals are soft and feathery to the touch. My fingers ache from handling it. There we go. I do not know what's up with my throat today. Have this incredibly poisonous plant. Old occult scholar woman. We got a page for the book for Maiden's Sorrow. And we label our findings. Good practice. Says she, like a hypocrite. And we put it here between Gandhi Root and Harlequin Blue. And we ding the bell. Hellboy, you need to get over that at some point.
My aunt died 2 weeks ago and I inherited her house. I've been sifting through her possessions and last night I found something unusual. In a forgotten corner of the attic I found a coffin. I mean, your aunt died, it makes sense. More unusual still, it was bound by strong vines, so strong that I cannot cut through them. I immediately thought of your shop. You know about plants, right?
Ah, yes, we established that a paste made of royal gentry would get rid of whatever this was called. Go. Officially identified, I can yellow label it. We get the page for Elderfinium. We brewed to create an antidote to Dendra's miasma. Exciting times. So I just noticed you can drag plants onto this. Oh, but unless it's red ebony, you'll just get a no. Do I know anything about red ebony? It says that the red ebony plant has the property of uncovering that which is hidden or secret. I've perfected a device designed to use extract from the plant in concert with the viewing window in order to permit the reader to see magics otherwise invisible to the naked eye. Thanks for the clip of me being unable to English. So do we reckon one of these is red ebony? That's got a viscous white liquid. That could be the extract. Let's try it. Or not. You know, let's try something else. What's the worst that could happen? I don't like looking at this fungus. Or there's this, that's red. Or there's this, that's red. I think that's Storian. Oh no, our mind has been broken. Oh, different. Yes, mind broken. Anyway, let's find that key at this one. That key is this one. There's just always the one on the right. No. That's a lot of keys. But the key we want is shape recognition, brain go. This one. I feel revived and my mind is whole again. Like I say, I can totally get behind the vibe of 3 things going wrong in your workday and your mind shattering instantly, like a badly treated stained glass window. I'm going to try this one. Okay, I'm going to stop trying every red plant. I'm going to explore somewhere. This doesn't do anything yet because I haven't found a plant for it. I like that you get like all your active clues here. Let's go to Grassmere. I passed through the idyllic village of Grassmere with its quaint stone cottages daubed in ivy, no doubt occupied by a fancy poet or an artist perhaps. As people pass by they smile and wave while children play carelessly on the open green. It's a far cry from the congested, dank streets of Undermere. Perhaps I should move my shop here. I mean, that would be sensible, and we don't seem like the kind. Pet the cat. Thank you for the company, Halibor. I'm going to end the day. It is no longer Wednesday, my dudes. But first we have to read a thing. Before she left, she returned to her hiding place and carefully retrieved the book, her excitement building as she did. She couldn't articulate what was so alluring to her about the book, but by now it had become an obsession. And we reach Thursday, our 7th day of owning this shop. Okay, 5 miles south of the tallest but one, it grows in peace in the midday sun. We've got height ratings on all of these. Ratings? You know what I mean, on all of the mountains. So, the tallest is Scafell Pike, because on account of that's literally true. Bowfell is 902. I'm not seeing anything taller than that, which would suggest that we're looking. Did they say 5 miles south? Yep. Bowfell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Northwest of Tolba. Yeah. The forest here is lush and vibrant. The bird song feels enchanting like the call of sirens. Obvious joke, but I couldn't not. Nestled in the undergrowth under the shade of a birch tree, a plant grows. Cool! Don't like that at all! Keep that away from me. Morning, Halibor. I thought so too. And Wood's back. I was able to strip away the swift snare's vines and lift the lid with more than a little trepidation, I'll admit. To my relief, but also disappointment, the coffin contained nothing but dust. At least, that's what I thought at first, but when I looked closer I discovered a golden amulet embedded in the grey ash.
the back of the amulet is an inscription that says, "With Solomon's scepter I wake." Solomon's scepter, that's a plant, right? Don't you just love it when your deceased aunt leaves you plant magic-based puzzles in order to get your inheritance? Solomon's scepter, also known alarmingly as Hell's Gate, and sometimes Solomon's Scorn. The flowers of the plant are commonly used in witchcraft and other satanic practices. Many sweet-smelling small flowers grow along the stem. Another thing that was quite hard to say. That's a vampire. Little bit! Yes, this is the plot of Kronos by Guillermo del Toro. Also, where's my view gone? You get back here, mister. Okay, so it's got small little bushy flowers growing out along the stem. Is it this one? Dark purple flowers, no they don't look right. Light purple flowers, the smell is alluring. Sounds good to me. Still looks like lavender, but hey. Identified, we got a page. And learn about Long Veracund. At least the view doesn't shake off its tag. Oh, don't give it ideas. Just a reminder that if you are an ambulatory fungus, you are required to stop watching my stream immediately. And I still don't know what's up with these. What if I turn them all to downward facing bellflower? Nothing. Cool. Let's go exploring somewhere. Let's go to Ilgil Head, because it's a funny name. I love when you get a message just like, no. Denied. Hello, sir. I heard a shepherd got killed by some wild beast up near the Twinside Stone Circle. Also hard to say. They say it slaughtered half his flock as well. People around here don't seem too bothered, but it's gotten panicked down Foxfield way. You can imagine, because, you know, most animals don't perform ritual sacrifice, but hey, let's open this letter. Chat, if you received this letter, would you go there? Let's be real, if I received this letter in real life, I was about to say I probably wouldn't go there. Honestly, it's hard to say. I make some poor decisions. I joined a cult. No, I left a flower that said the cult could count on me. Is that the same as joining a cult? Yeah, tomato, tomato. Going to a place in public? What are their mask protocols? They've got natty jade ones. Where's Kentmere? Show me Kentmere. Where the hell is Kentmere? You don't go places these days unless it's entirely outdoors and not crowded. Nor do I the majority of the time, and then I will abandon this to go and make bad decisions somewhere. I'm a hypocrite and I'm aware of it. Flashback to me going to a concert with 30,000 MCR fans and being absolutely murdered with a chest infection for like a week and a half. Good choices. Okay, here's Kentmere. I descend into a pleasant valley where the village of Kentmere is situated. On my way, I pass the Brock Stone, or Badger Rock, that's what that means, which has always been popular with local children, who challenge each other to scramble up its craggy sides. I make a beeline to the village church, St. Cuthbert's, which is sheltered by an ancient yew tree. There are many plants to admire amongst the headstones and tombs, but sadly nothing extraordinary for me to find today. Okay, so not there?
Yeah, I know you don't want to explore right now. May I? What? So the stone circle? Maybe? Or do I use this and center it on Kentmere? I'm unclear. Ah! Yes, I is southeast. Finally, we use the compass. Okay, let's water the plants so we can explore again. Okay. Watering's why you like outdoor plants because you overdo it or underdo it with indoor ones. Yeah, that's reasonable. Okay, so center on Kentmere. I takes us here. Yeah. From Kentmere, I follow the bearing of the eye and end up in a small forest north of Kendal. The woods are thick with briar and brambles, but amongst the tangled undergrowth, a type of flower is flourishing. And we just got achievement, a mystery solved. Wonder what that's about. I don't think you can see my Steam overlay. Let's see what this does to the stream. Cool, you can't see it at all. Excellent. Find a Briar's Disc location. Well, okay, then that's apparently what that's called. Where's the new flower gone? Oh, I already moved it, didn't I? Yes, cool. Let's ding the bell. Verona's back. Well, this is getting interesting. I was able to confirm that it was indeed gilded dendra that was used at the Swinside ritual site. That's a worrying sign. It's a plant that's used in several of the darker incantations. Also, it's poisonous as hell. It can't be a coincidence that the very same plant was used to poison the Arda. There must be a connection between this other murder and the Sisterhood. And probably the cult I joined. I need some mental clarity to think it through some more. Some maiden sorrow would help a lot. Are we just giving you drugs at this point? Do I have some of the Rital implant? A cult committing murder, I'm shocked. Dolores spinatum. Rubbing the soft leaves of this plant between one's finger and thumb is said to help prevent the mind from wandering, providing a focusing effect. Oh yeah, I need some of them. The flowers of this plant droop mournfully, but it's the thorns along its stem that are thought to lend it its name. Okay, so we've got bell-shaped flowers that droop. We have thorns. That looks good. Single pink flower that smells pleasant. I think this is your girl. Yeah. We get another page telling us about Red Ebony! Red Ebony! This plant is said to uncover that which is hidden, including buried treasure and secret writings. The red ebony is extremely rare and not well studied. Blood has been spilled over this plant, which is where the red part of the name is believed to come from, since confusingly the large flower is actually blue. It's this one. I respect them having that swerve to stop you brute forcing it and trying every red flower like some idiot. Yes, I know, hidden writing on the letter that's just a drawing. I'm going to look at it. Almost had it in the right place, just off the top of my head. Forgot Mary's breath. So, Shazam. Now it is glow. I will file this.
Red Avenue goes between Fennet and Wren. My favourite cartoon. And we get this. Ooh, it's so sparkly. These glow blue. Interesting. If I change them, do they just glow a different colour? No. Is that just to highlight them? Anything hidden on my plant shelves? Anything? Does not seem so. But this letter, that's not got a tick, so I won't archive it just yet. This letter says nothing. Do these change colour if I put them on the right one, or? No. Well, let's explore and let's look at the map with our new eyes. Elderfinium grows here. Good to know. I'll grab that in a bit. The Tomb of the Hunter, which is west of Jack's Rake. The Great Oak. All the good cult locations. Okay, so those are the only three things we've got. Let's go get some Elderfinium. Whoever wrote on my map has been very helpful. I would never have thought to come out to this desolate place in search of plant life, but a quick search yields exciting results. Okay, and we can pretty confidently blue label that Elderfinium. Add violet. Between common trouse and fever kiss. Is there any hidden writing on this? It works! Correct. It do. I'm so intrigued by all of this. So intrigued. Oh, it's double click that toggles grab. And then trying to zoom in too far makes it snap really weirdly. This is the mystery. Halibor, you are still a void. Is that Elderfinium I got to say anything? No. Thought there was something there. That was literally the chat overlay. Good job. Well, let's ding the bell. It's Ruben. Looks like I'm gonna have to make a trip to Blackcomb. Verona noticed something at the Swinside site that's had me pondering. Piece of slate with a symbol drawn on it in black. Can I see it? Can't think of anywhere else around there where you get slate from. That Bradley Miller keeps insisting that he saw something up at Blackcomb. And then again, Bradley Miller does claim that fairies stole his wheelbarrow. If I'm going to spend a night out in the hills, I want to take some Eyebright with me. Wouldn't want anyone sneaking up on me in the dark. But, you know what's there was a great segue there. And then I just couldn't speak English. You know what is speaking up on us, sneaking up on us, is the Twitch mandated advert break that I'm about to run. I need to run some ads, so go and I will stretch and hydrate. You should stretch and hydrate. Go and... I said stretch, didn't I? Stretch and hydrate. Go get some fluids, do things with those fluids, and I will be back in 3 minutes. Love you, see you in view. And we're back. Let's give this cop some stimulants.
But what do the stimulants look like? Book? Also, is the cop hiding anything? No. No, wait. Alphabet. Eyebright. Euphrasia officinalis. Take care not to touch its brightly coloured thorns, so do no lasting damage, but they contain a small amount of venom that will cause severe pain for several days after. As a plant that grows only to the south, in warmer climates, where they call it Lurter, after a long-dead king, known to improve eyesight at night, even in the darkest places. Okay, so thorny flower. Brightly coloured thorns, brightly coloured thorns. These thorns look menacing, I'm staying well clear of them, that sounds about right. Or about bright, you could say. But you shouldn't. We get another page for wild coal. Label and file this eyebright. Goes there. Ah, no, it goes after Artifinium, but before Phoebus. That's right. Ding! Oh no, we can explore. No ding. Let's go to the Tomb of the Hunter. The memorial bears the name Swaif Prior. It stirs a memory. He was one of the Dre. Theirs is a lonely life at the mercy of a dangerous addiction. They build a tolerance to the Dranthium sap in childhood so that they might benefit from its potent effects, but they'll die if they stop taking it. An unusual plant grows sparsely around the memorial. New plant that I'm not worried by. Did we have a page on Dranthium? I think we had a page on Dranthium. Dranthium. Men's Fortis, a plant with powerful mind-altering abilities. Those who inhale smoke from burning its long, sharp leaves elevate their awareness to levels otherwise unachievable. Some know Dranthium as Green Eye, a name derived from the telltale sign of overdose, where even the whites of the eyes take on a green hue. Neat! Do I have... That's got long, sharp leaves. That's Dranthium. I'm gonna blue label that. Anybody want some drugs? I got some drugs. Drugs? That goes there. 4 out of Finium and after contrast. Yep. Bing. Forest there. Oh, speaking of green eyes. Does it ever stop raining in Undermere? You have a reputation in town for knowing about unusual plants. I need some grey samphire. Nobody around here seems to even know what I'm talking about, but I hope I'm in the right place now. Forest Fair, the Hunter. That's a gun. Forest is one of the Dre, a group that builds a tolerance to the harmful effects of Dranthium from childhood so that they can harness the plant's potent mind-enhancing abilities. Comes to price, they'll die if they stop taking it. Rumours that an ancient evil has ever arisen were too much for Forest to bear. Dre means hunter in the old tongue. He's travelled a long way to kill it. I think I have grey samphire. Book. Teach me. Grey samphire. Sabulum canus. Samphire has a tough outer bark which has many useful properties. Some chew it as a form of dental hygiene, taking care not to swallow it, as it can cause unpleasant stomach distress. Here's your lesson for today, kids: don't swallow your toothbrush. The flame-like tendrils give off a smoky scent, adding to the impression of a roaring fire. Is that what this is? Smells faintly of wood smoke, feels like rough glass paper. That sounds right. Identified, gets a page for Ember Soul. We label our findings. We alphabetize our findings between Gilded Dendra and Harlequin Blue. And we explore. What was the other location that was tagged? The Great Oak. Down there. A
huge tree stands before me, impossibly tall and wide, bigger than I could ever imagine any living thing might be. Its upper branches raise the sky. We found the Erd tree, everybody! I'm still perplexed by all of this. Why? Or is it alerting me to something that's blue with flowers like that? Like Lady of Summer? I don't know. I don't know. This puzzle is at present eluding me. We've done a week in the shop. That's a milestone, right? We get a weekend, right? Always amazed by how quickly you can get these things in alphabetical order. That's how my brain works. At first she felt free, but it wasn't long before the reality of her situation began to take its toll. She stole food when she was hungry and slept in makeshift shelters, not knowing where she was going. Not caring. Eventually she made her way to Grisdale Forest. Side note, it is bothering me unduly that this moon phase is progressing backwards. Moon phases go right to left. You should have started with the crescent on the other side. Just saying, game. Come on. Also, give us moon, as notably not known etymologically on Brain of Britain by me. You always remember the questions you got wrong. Day 8. Friday. Hey, it's not raining. That's nice. Morning, Calabar. Love you too. Okay, so the card says Lowick to Ilgill Head, Foxfield to Crinkle Crags. Okay, so Crinkle Crags is there. Foxfield is there. So it's this line. And then Lowick to Ilgill Head. Ilgill Head to Lowick. This requires an amount of visualization I do not currently possess. Ugh. I wish you could draw lines on the map. What I'm doing here is picking up the nearest object with a straight edge, which in this case is an inhaler box. And seeing if I can work it out this way. I think they cross at this little copse 2 miles west of Torva. Nothing here. It's around there. The real question is, do I have to screen cap this and then go and do it in paint? I'm thinking probably yes. MS Paint to the rescue! Has there ever been a more versatile and useful program? I mean, yes, but let's go with it. Let's do the bit. Straight line from Ilgill Head to Lowick. You can't see any of this at all because I'm not sharing that window. And from Foxfield to Crinkle Crags.
Ah, there you go. It's the next square north of where I tried. It's not there. It's there. Boo. Well, my will to explore has nearly recharged anyway. And there it is. I mean, I like the puzzles, don't get me wrong. Just, like I say, I'm very bad at visualizing things like that. There you go. The magpie sees me before I see it. I do not know how long it's been watching me, but I can tell that it's interested in my movements. A strange sensation creeps over me, and I feel an urge to leave this place, but not before collecting a plant for further study. One for sorrow. Turning to leave, I see another magpie and another plant I've never seen before. Two for joy. Oh. I do not know what's up with my throat. New plants, new plants, new plants. Customer. You were wise to pledge your support to the seeds of redemption. Together we are stronger. Now that the Dendru has awoken, the redemption is upon us. It is a glorious time. Our deeds will be remembered for 1,000 years. Those of us that have put our faith in the woken Dendru will be saved, but we must act swiftly. We will be in touch soon. Praise the Dendru. I'm beginning to regret my choices. Oh well. Oh hey, it's Jade Marsman. My mind is clouded, dark. I see it and it sees me. All of me. Elderfinium is the answer. Must be. I will not forget those who helped me, horticulturalist. Well, if only we'd found that on a map. And we get a page about Lockshine. Unbearable pain, you say? Change that to a yellow label. And ding the bing again. Grace Enright. My mum was into horticulture. I found this among her things. Golden light. That's a plant, right? Not sure what long meg can mean though. Is that another plant? Anyway, I thought you should have it just in case it's any help. She loved this shop. Golden light, start at Long Meg, South 3 East 2. Long Meg. Wait, is that a plant? Long Meg something. I seem to remember making a joke about it. No, that was Long Vericund. Okay. Back to the map. Long Meg. Show me something that I could conceivably read as Long Meg. Isn't Long Meg the name of a standing stone? I mean, I believe it. In which case I would assume it was one of the daughters. It's got a name like that. South 3 East 2, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. The river is in its youth here, flowing swiftly through the rocks with a melodic gurgle. Among the tall grasses that line the riverbank is a much more unusual looking flower. Thank you, chat! Assuming that's what it's called. And it goes between Gildedendra and Grey Sapphire. Oh, that one to the Mary Russell series of books. Okay. I like that actual knowledge is getting us these things. It probably would have told us if we'd gone to the daughters at some point. Long Meg and her daughters. Like I say, real Lake District. You... Stop it. Cease. Bing.
Help me. The amulet. I can't remove it and it's drawing the life from me.
Now's the time for Long Veracund, and this is what you get for wearing the amulet you found in the sealed, ash-filled coffin in your dead aunt's attic, you idiot. I make bad decisions, and even I think that's a terrible decision. Sometimes called Witch's Remedy, the Long Veracund is believed to lift curses. Small leaves grow in pairs along the stem. Really hope I have that. Those are small leaves that grow in pairs along the stem? I guess. Sure. Is this Veracund long enough for you? Yeah, it is.
I can feel it working. Thank you.
And you are young again. Congratulations. Excuse me while I label this plant. That might suggest that I didn't know what plant it was, but look over there. Between Lemon Dandy and Maiden Sorrow. And we got a page. For Caldery. That description looked interesting. No, not that. Nah. The uses of Caldery are not well known. Some say it has applications in dark magic, but this author has found neither substance nor specifics to back up those claims. Those who worship the huntress Arduina place the flower as an offering to ensure a successful hunt. It grows from a thin stem with small leaves. Well, okay. We can explore somewhere. Let's see, if we go to the daughters. This circle of ancient rhyolite boulders has been a site of ritual importance for hundreds of years. A lone pillar of red sandstone stands off to one side. So that'll be Long Meg. But they don't tell you that, which is interesting. Maybe it'll come up, or maybe you're just expected to actually have some Lake District knowledge. Which would be cool. Anyway, Bing. It's good to see you, my friend. I've been on the road so long, I've started to wonder if you're still on the other end of the letters I've been sending. I'm back in town for a few days, though, and I wanted to give you these before I forgot. I found them in a pocket of an overcoat that belonged to your uncle. And then I stole them. I almost threw them away, but I thought the symbols on them might mean something to you. We finally get a buyer for Amos? Yay! Rounding out our cast, the Collector. Amos is well acquainted with strange horticulture and enjoys drawing the plants within. He spends most of his time outdoors, where he occasionally comes across unusual-looking plants in untrodden places. He collects sketches in his field book, but not the plants themselves, preferring to leave that to others with more expert knowledge. Good man. And he's got a bunch of notes for us. Ah, here's the rest of the puzzle, finally. Gotta find ones where the tears line up. That goes there. That goes there. And that doesn't go there. Doesn't... Oh. Oh no. Wait, does that actually go there? Yes. And then that goes there. Okay. So, it goes 6-petaled flower, 5-petaled flower, 4-petaled flower, downward bell, Trinity knot. Yes! Just got an achievement, came up, said secrets. What do we have in this drawer? A coin, minted 1813 in Gosforth. Does it have anything hidden on it? No? But interesting sigil on the tree there. A business card for Robert Barrow's Medicinal Herbology, Blackhall Road, Kendal. Interesting. A letter. A Briar's disc, often called a smuggler's disc, is a simple device that can be used to send coded message, the location of cached cargo, for example. The principle is cunningly straightforward, but the code is undecipherable to prying eyes. Both parties must be in possession of a disc of identical size, with the same symbols etched around its edge, and a map. To encode a location, you would then place the disc over some named point on the map nearby, and note whichever symbol is pointed to the location. It may be necessary to string multiple symbols together, but you can use this method to reach any other point on the map as required. We worked that one out, so I'm just going to archive that straight away. We have a page for Devil's Nightcap. Slow agonizing death, you say? And page for Trimblehuff. Trimblehuff! Love it. Okay, close the secrets drawer now. Wait, was there anything written in the secrets drawer in secret? No, but I can put the lens in the secrets drawer. Okay, I can archive these notes now. I will keep out the business card and the coin. In fact, let's go and visit Robert Barrow's Medicinal Herbology in Kendal. And buy some mint cake while we're at it. And to those Americans watching who don't know what Kendal mint cake is, it's not what you think. I find the medicinal herbology shop off Blackhall Road. I know you, says the man behind the counter, Robert Barrow presumably. You're the owner of Strange Horticulture. 2 hours later, after a just SpongeBob screen, after a lengthy and engaging discussion covering a variety of botanical subjects, we decide on a trade. It turns out Robert is a collector of unusual fungi, and I have just the thing for him. He wants a copper Caledonian. Really hope I've got things about it here. Eris agaricum. This plant has a rejuvenation effect, but most who've tried to benefit from its properties have come to realise that it's a curse, not a blessing. Though you may appear younger, you will quickly become more frail and brittle. Again, we're just selling drugs. The red spores that are often seen growing on it are in fact a type of fungus themselves and not part of the plant. So it's one of these two. Mushroom-like plant with red spores. Viscous white liquid. Yeah, I think mushroom-like plant is what we want. Yeah. We get tons of plants from that. And they're interesting. That makes me uncomfortable. Now, my fungus has its own fungus? No, because like it said, it is actually a mushroom-like plant. It is not itself a fungus. See, it puts line breaks in automatically. Why would you ever want to press enter? And that files between common trouse and Dranthium. She says and then doesn't put it there. Speaking of fungus, okay, my view is still in place. We can archive that business card. Should we go to Gosforth because it's on this coin? Let's see. Anyway. Oh, hey, Simone's back. I have no idea what any of this means, but it seemed like something you might find interesting. I found it while clearing out the nook off the east wing. More secrets. Baylock's Elixir. Made from the crushed petals of 3 distinctive plants. Baylock's Elixir is a It's a poplia. Is a potent aid to memory. Why can I not speak English today? Allowing those who drink it to ensure that they retain important information that they will never forget. Care must be taken after drinking, however, to avoid the fate of Grey Gale, who slowly lost her mind after taking Blaylock's and staring at a blank wall for 12 hours. Okay. 3 distinctive plants, you say? That could be eyebright. Or it could be that thing. That second one could be that thing. And that third one could be this thing. I'm guessing. Let's do that there for the time being. Oh, now the seeing machine is ticked off, so we can archive it. I always appreciate it when games say, you don't have to think about this thing anymore. Let's go to Gosforth and just stand in the middle of town and shout, I've got a coin! Gosforth. Gosforth. Seriously, where's Gosforth gone? Ah, there. I should not have come here. A darkness hangs over this town like an executioner's blade. I feel a rising dread in my chest. I came to Gosforth and all I got was this lousy rising dread. Oh, let's just end the day. It's weekend time when we will check notes still work. The self-employed life, baby. A young woman alone in the world, she was taken in by the sisterhood and given a home. There was a chance for redemption, a new start. Is this the artist's backstory by any chance? Saturday. Let's have a look at this card. In Tibet, a noble elder stood silently watching starry skies. Or you may recognize that's Tibet, Nesswss. So we start off in Tibet. Okay, have a good meeting. Or bearable meeting. North, east, south, south, west, south, south. Yeah. I find myself on a patch of moorland surrounded by jagged peaks and menacing clouds. A distinctive plant stands out against the swathes of purple heather. And there another. Those don't seem like they'd stand out against purple heather, but hey, what do I know? I'm not a horticulturalist. Morning, Caliber. Spone's back. Long Meg? Sorry, I've not heard of it, but I'll keep an eye out for you in the library. I solved that puzzle. As long as you can get me some fever kiss, that is. Ah, you know I can. What do you want it for? What does fever kiss do? An energy boost that lasts several hours. Again, I'm just selling drugs. Actually, I'm not even selling them. I'm giving them away. You come in, you ask for a plant, you get the plant, boom. What is commerce? Hard to say. I mean, everything's hard to say for me today. And we get a thing about Mountain Astery. And we can now yellow label the fever kiss. And we can ding the bing. Post. There's talk around town of a woman who wears a green mask made of jade. There are all sorts of oddballs down the mayor, but that's certainly unusual. Cool, didn't ask. Oh wait, I have a button for this.
Nobody asked!
Thank you, soundboard. Backfoot. Candle. No, I'll be real. You sent me a letter like this, I probably would go there. I don't like leaving puzzles unsolved. Daniel doing the good work. Yeah. Mail's got to get through. Now, where's Beckfoot? Beckfoot. Beckfoot. hell is Backfoot? Backfoot. Candle. Center of there. Candle says here. The candle leads me east of Westwater. To the north, the mighty Scafell Pike graces the sky, the tallest peak in England. The challenge beckons to me. Yeah, perhaps another time. Already done it. Catch up. But we got a plant. Well, that makes me intensely uncomfortable. Who knows if I would have played this game if I'd known there was so much fungus in it. Forest back. I've been talking to people around town, trying to learn as much as I can about this beast that's rumoured to have been seen in these parts. In the old world, they called this thing the Servant, but people here seem to have forgotten that name. Except the group calling themselves the Seeds of Redemption. Hi! They have something I did not expect, and they've made it clear they want me to stay away from the Servant. They seem to worship it. But I'm getting distracted. My Dranthium supplies are low. I need more. Also, I've just realised when you say Daniel doing the good work in chat, you mean producer Tech Bear Daniel, and not Daniel Chafer, the postman in this game. The difference being Tech Bear Daniel is with a lowercase d. And he's always doing a good job. He agrees. Anyway, have some Dranthium. This is literally drugs. You think my volume is a bit low? My volume is the same as it always has been. And like, I've got it balanced and there's only so much I can do at that point. Apologies. We get an entry for Palliance. We can yellow label Dranthium. I mean, it's possible I'm just talking quietly. And we've got the Will to Explore up again. Let's go to Dungeon Guild. Lovely man. As I scramble up the wooded ravine, the jagged outline of Jack's rake becomes intimidatingly visible in the distance. But that'll have to wait for another day. The fertile forest is lush and enticing, a plethora of colourful plants and trees. I don't find anything rare enough to take back with me. Alas. But hey, we had a nice walk. Ding. Ruben's back. I crept around Black Coombe 2 nights ago in the pitch black. That eye bright is some potent stuff. I could see clear as day. Up on the fell, I found a shallow pit full of skulls. Some deer, fox, badger, some human. There was an eerie silence about the place, and every part of me was screaming to get out of there. Back down on the fly, I heard a terrible noise, like an axe maker's whetstone, but unmistakably animal. High on the ridgeline, I saw a cowed woman wearing a jade mask, watching me, and beside it, something dark, inhuman, bloody huge. I don't mind admitting that I'm out of my depth on this one. I need to speak to Verona again. While I'm here, I'll grab some wild coal from a pounding head. You'd have been out drinking too if you'd seen what I did. Hangover cure coming right up. I will try boosting my mic a bit. Okay, how's this? It doesn't look like it's peaking too badly, so I'm okay to stay with that for the minute. Let me know. Anyway, what does wild coal look like? Wild coal, in the words of Duran Duran. Hispid viburnum. The purple berries are recommended by physicians in place of a hair of the dog mentality as a tonic for those suffering the effects of having drunk too much the night before. There are some who consider wild coal a sacred plant, perhaps owing to its rarity, and claim that it's bad luck to pick berries from it. Okay, purple berries growing along a stem. That helps? Excellent. Thin leaves and purple red berries, and they're along the stem. That seems likely. Let's go with it. Also, this is a rare plant. Why are we just giving it away in this shop? Well, coal. And we get a thing about Norwood. Label our wild coal. Wandering View, you are in the wrong place. And wild coal goes next to you, don't give it any ideas. There's a lot of plants in this game. Like, a lot. Let's go somewhere. The thing said Gosforth, but there was a tree where maybe there? Nope, nothing. Not even telling me to leave, just nope, nothing. Bing. Michael Bennett, you're new. My neighbour has foul-smelling mushrooms she says can ward off evil spirits. It's a horrible little thing that attracts flies, but I'd rather that than sit and do nothing. There's something very strange out in the woods. Unpleasant mushroom that wards off spirits. We have something like that. It's come up before, right? Is it Sunset Mountain Cap? Stinking Mountain Cap thought to deter unwanted souls and spirits. There we go. The memory. She works sometimes. You want this horrible mushroom. Plant identified, except I'd already done that. Rona's back. Poor Reuben, he looks a little worse for wear this morning. He took it hard when his wife died and never did quite give up the drink. I think I know what ritual was performed at the Stone Circle. It all adds up. It was a summoning spell. Someone called to something across the void and tried to bring it here. And with the state of that body all torn to shreds, I'd say they succeeded. To shreds, you say? And then the gilded dendro, that really got me thinking. I found this in Dr. Worthing's bestiary, a little light reading for you. I'm headed to Grisdale Forest again. The Sisterhood will know more. It has many names. Some call it the Woken Dendru, believing it to be related in some way to the deadly gilded dendra plant. Others call it the Night Stalker, the Miasmal, the Dread. But the most common name for it in the Shires is the Servant. You'll have heard of it. In children's songs such as Keep the Fire Burning and Servant and Master, and there are hints of it in the older stories, but nobody alive has seen it in the flesh. It's said that the dead ground northeast of T-Bay, where nothing but black Digitatus mortis grows, was caused when the Servant last walked our land hundreds of years ago. Dead ground northeast of T-Bay? Digitatus mortis, you say? What's that the taxonomic name for? Is there anything I found yet? Come on. I've forgotten what we're looking for. Just charge mortis, that's it. Okay. We haven't got that page yet, but I should still investigate the dead ground to the northeast of T-Bay. Where did T-Bay go? It's there. Like, here? Why did I come here? Because the book mentioned it. Keep up. Oh, let's just end the day. Oh yeah, I have to actually draw the card. Helpful! It's probably got invisible writing on it, hasn't it? Every day she attentively followed the teachings of the Arda. Every day she patiently performed the tasks given to her. Every day, thoughts of the book itched away at the back of her mind. God, how is it, like, nearly 3:45 already? Where is time going? This game is a time hole. Morning, Helba. And there we are in agreement. A secret uncovered is a secret no more. 2 miles north of Fogfield. You've solved the first bit of the puzzle, so we can't be bothered to give you any more. 2 miles north of Foxfield, you say? Where's Foxfield? There. 3 ravens circle above, their caws and croaks cleaving the silence. An omen. I take what I came for and leave. Well, that seems to be glowing. Should flowers glow? I don't know. Ah, the postman's not even named Daniel. One from your librarian friend today. Thanks. Hi, Simone. In reference to your question the other day about Long Meg, I'm afraid I don't have an answer, but Calder Abbey has a wealth of knowledge on local law. If you ever go there, the monks will request a plant from you, but they won't tell you what they want. Sort of test. They've never allowed me in to look through their stacks. Again, we solved that puzzle, but this sounds interesting. Calder Abbey, you say? A small window opens within the much larger oak door. From the darkness within, a voice proclaims, "Only a friend may enter." A friend, you say? Is it St. John's poppy that was a thing of friendship? No. There was something where it was like, this is a traditional thing of friendship. Forest Camphor? No. Gandhi root? No. Lemon Dandy? No. Am I just gonna have to look through the whole book? Fox button? Considered by some to represent a contract of friendship between strangers. There we go. Got there in the end. The memory, she works sometimes, but is not reliable. We got a page. Page for Sheep Snap, with which you can snap a sheep. Snap a sheep. Sheep, sheep. Disclaimer, don't do this in real life. The hatch snaps shut on a sheep, and the oak door swings inward slowly without a sound. I'm ushered in by a man wearing a plain brown robe. He nods silently when I ask about Long Meg, and leads me through the abbey to a small library filled with scrolls and books. Without a word, he pauses for a moment, surveying, before selecting a scroll and handing it to me. Regarding Long Meg, oh look, it's already ticked off because we solved this puzzle, thanks Abby. There's a stone circle regarding Long Meg. There's a stone circle north of Undermere. According to local legends, some hundreds, perhaps even thousands of years ago, a witch known as Long Meg lived nearby along with her daughters. They were wild, godless people who practiced evil magic, till one night they went too far and Meg and her daughters were turned to stone. The tall stone that stands apart from the main circle is called Long Meg by the locals. Well, we bypassed that one. Bing. Rona's back. The Sisterhood are trying my patience again. The old Ada was around, but she's not. We've kept secrets for hundreds of years. If ever there was a time to share them, it's now. They know of a way to defeat this servant, some ritual or weapon or something, but their stubborn pride won't bring them to ask for help. Well, I won't sit idly by and do nothing. But have a little chat with this new Ada. I think I'll take some mountain astery with me. What is that gonna do to her, Verona? Promotes an aura of confidence and persuasiveness. The large cup-like flowers produce a stale, damp smell. Have some presents, dogs. Large cup-like flowers smell stale and damp. Is it this? Leaves feel smooth and soft. The large stamen seems to be the source of that acerbic odor. That doesn't sound right. These are large cup-like flowers. Distinctive smell that reminds me of old books. Yeah. Plant identified. And we get the Weeping Bell. That's literally a Pokemon. Oh, and that said, I think that said also known as Golden Light, so 1 second. We put this in. We file it. Between Mellow Glow and Fennec. And also, the one we've got down as Golden Light, we can rename to Weeping Bell, and in fact, I'm going to yellow it. Yes, and that's what the Long Meg puzzle led us to, so it seems reasonable if we would learn about it now. Let's go somewhere. Let's go to this island in Windermere. Undermere. More important things I could be doing? Well, screw you, game. I'm a screen. Oh, that's a look. I've finished the designs you asked me to work on. Be very careful unwrapping these. Some of the glasswork is quite delicate, and I've taken great care transporting them. Oh, that's his chin. I thought that was just his neck. I thought his mouth just came out of his neck. Like it was just neck, mouth, moustache. Thank God, no, he's just got a big chin. Also, we didn't order anything. My lab equipment's finally here, and I'll be able to brew elixirs using ingredients from some of my plants. Neat. Okay, so, Baylock's elixir. It wanted, I think, this one? Or actually, the 8 petals make me think it's eyebright. This looks right. And 5-pointed spread stamens. There we go. We alchemists now. New elixir acquired! Achievement unlocked, Master Brewer. So, I need to label this. Baylock's anti-memory loss. Oh god, we're gonna need more shelves. Also, I completely no-scoped those 3 plants, so small round of applause for me, I think. I don't have that on my soundboard. Also, there's a note here. Patterson's Guide to Fatal Fungi and Their Antidotes. Spring waxcap, sometimes fatal, can usually be cured by taking hop hard boiled in vinegar. Sunset mountcap, generally not fatal in small doses. Use crushed leaves from sour bandy to cure. Bishop's Parasol, often fatal, can be remedied using the sap from lemon dandy. Copper Caledonian, often fatal, no known cure. Farmer's Worry, often fatal. An antidote can be made using royal gentia. Okay. Well, when somebody gets poisoned by mushrooms, I know who to ask. And let's go... There's another castle over here. Egremont. The crumbled ruins of Egremont Castle perch atop the hillside overlooking the village below. As I wander through the walled remnants, I'm reminded of the legend of the Egremont horn that once hung proudly above the castle gateway. Although long since lost, it's said that the mystical horn, when blown by a rightful heir, has the power to restore the castle to its former glory. Lots of those stories around in this country. Anyway, let's go back to the shop front and ding the bing. Bethany.
The new Arda wouldn't like me being here, but the forest is in danger. I spoke with Verona Green earlier. It's bad. If the Dendru has awoken, then it will come for us. You must place an offering at the altar of Arduino.
Well, let's see if we can find that on the map. Okay, so that's a church. That's a church. Two churches, the opposite side of a river. Not directly opposite each other, but... Or, you know, if we can just find the river that's that shape. Oh, is that just the river going through Grisdale? And then those are Rustland and this other church? Yeah. So, like, just south of the mountain, so there. It seems Beth has been able to keep her fellow sisters away from this part of the forest. For now, at least. The trees are thick here. Old, too. The altar seems to belong here as much a part of the forest as the gnarled trunks and twisted roots. I must place an offering to the goddess Arduino. Ember Soul or Caldery? What will this choice signify? Caldery. Use is not well known. Some say it has applications in dark magic. Those who worship Arduino place the offering to ensure a successful hunt. That sounds good to me. But what would Ember Soul do for me? Thought to have protective properties, it's sometimes given as an offering to various deities in return for sanctuary. Right, so Ether would be an acceptable offering, but it's... Do we want safety, or do we want success in our hunt? Or do we want a nap? I mean, we can talk to Halibor for that part. Yes, Avi, sleep is indeed good. What are we hunting? Well, the servant, I assume, slash the woken Dendru. Is this Ember Soul? Purple flowers with a light buttery scent? It doesn't sound like it. Didn't say anything about the leaves being sharp. Oh, that looks good. Quite easy to cut oneself on the jagged leaves. There we go. I'll blue label that. And file it between Elfinium and Feverkiss. And Caldery. Grows from a thin stem with small leaves. It has that shaped flower. That looks good. Yeah. I'm going to blue label that. I think, you know, in my view at least, the biggest concern is safety. So Ember Soul seems reasonable. Evulum. Stimulate the senses, rejuvenates aching bones. Neat. Okay, that. We can change that to a yellow label. The labels away, and ding the bing. Natalie Cooper, do we know you? I can't remember. I'm being harassed by loonies shouting about the redemption, saying they're going to set it free, whatever the hell that means. Well, they can take their seeds or whatever, woken something or other nonsense, and stick it where the sun don't shine. Man, this is a Wendy's. We're not joining their damn cult. I just want to tend my garden in peace. I'm looking for some Larkshine to drive them away if they come around again. What does Larkshine do? There's so many plants in this game. Oh god, we're on to another double page of contents. Larkshine, the Curious Halcyonis. Plant with a powerful defense mechanism, it releases stinging barbs triggered by a light touch. The pain is said to be unbearable and can last for several days. Sometimes confusingly called kidney flower. This is thought to be a reference to the kidney-shaped seeds held within the spiny pods that grow on this plant. This sounds like this thing. And wary of those spines, sounds like he should be. I relate to this woman on a deep spiritual level. I too wish to not join a cult and just tend my garden. That's fair. Thanks, Condeed. And we get a page for Lyle of Neptune. Truth Serum flower. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Label our Larkshine. File it away. Why is my my Weeping Bell is still fired on a golden light, isn't it? Where's my Wandering View? And Larkshine goes between Lady of Summer and Lemon Dandy. Okay, and with that, we're coming up on the hour, so we will close out this day in a minute, but first I have to go and run some ads. I need to get some more water and just generally get up and move. Advise all of you do the same thing, take your meds if you haven't, and I will be back in probably about 5-ish minutes. Love you all, see you in a few. And we're back. Hope everybody got a good break, got a drink. Immediately threw the drink down yourself. See, folks, nobody tells you the risks of hydrating. I'm just going to click this button now, and we will all move on from my shame. Interesting. In time, she learned that the Sisterhood has secrets. Or had she always known that? Had she come to them by chance, or had she sought them out directly? Deliberately, that's what that says. She wasn't sure, but now she knew what she wanted, and she would do anything to get it. Not ominous at all. Cool, cool, cool. Or is this my deceased aunt? Day 11. Mondays, am I right? So, let's go to the exploration page. 902 and 803, you say? That's the heights of Bofel and the Old Man. Which puts the X here. Nailed it. The impressive ridgeline of the crinkled crags stretches across the full width of my vision. Days like today are worth being alive for. A colourful plant stands out amongst the moss. I've already explored here and found all there is to find. What, did I just get it accidentally once? Am I accidentally sequence breaking the game? Huh. Well, bing. Hello, George, do I know you? My old man reckons there's a plant what can find pots of gold buried underground. Don't know what it's called, but I bet you do. Tell you what, when I'm rich, I'll throw a share of the gold your way. I think... Ah, yes. It does actually say. Yes, Weeping Bell. Plant that's believed by many to lead to gold. Not about as much luck searching for the end of a rainbow. The soft frill leaves can soothe insect bites and stings. It's also known as golden light, and sometimes as fool's hope. Well, have fun with this. And we get Lesser Meridoc. A single drop of the strong-smelling sap from this plant can utterly drain a person's mental faculties, rendering them slow and uncomprehending. Is that what was in my breakfast today? Bing. Ennis. I have a task for you that will greatly aid the seeds of redemption. One of the Dreyer is in town, and we know he's paid you a visit already. No doubt feeding his abbot. We suspect he's here to hunt the Dendru. If he returns, give him some of this. He will make a worthy sacrifice to the Dendru. Let's help him on his way. Well, I don't like that. Ah, that's exactly the description of Lesser Meridoc that we just saw. Round head made of yellow florets, and it would do bad things to eat. So, and strong smelling sap? Yes, slightly aniseedy. So that can go down here between Lemon Dandy and Longvericund. Longvericund should be a village. And let's explore somewhere in the hope of accidentally sequence breaking this game again. Let's go here. Why did I come here? An excellent question. Bingle the dingle. I'm heading out on the road again, but before I leave I wanted to store some valuables in a safe. I don't trust myself to remember the combination, and I certainly don't trust myself to write it down anywhere and not lose it. This is where you come in. Surely you've got something up your sleeve for me? If only I had a drug that can make you remember things. Boop. Spring wax cap, an edible mushroom with some mild medicinal properties. And dried neat, and it can help relieve pain. Cool. Putting it under the microscope tells us nothing. We've got a bunch of new plants lately. Do any of them... Hello. You do something interesting. You are emitting spores that we can only see with magic. That... Ah, we had a new page that mentioned something like that, didn't we? What was it? Devil's Nightcap? No. Farmer's Worry? No. Lyle of Neptune? No. Foliants? Norwood? Ah, it's claimed that Norwood releases spores that are invisible to the naked eye, showing up only under an unnatural light. Xanthodermus strictus. Bite of the crunchy root of this plant has the effect of a cold bucket of water thrown over the face, an unpleasant sensation accompanied by sharp focus. And Norwood goes... It's Larkshine, that's Mary's, whatever. Mulliglow, Magnastry, between Magnastry and Fennett. I really hope there's space on your bottom shelf for all the plants, because I'd really love there to be all the plants there, all labelled and alphabetized, because that's my kind of... that's what I enjoy. Let's go to Sea Talon. The unassuming rounded peak of Sea Talon belies a rather stiff and awkward ascent. Grassy top is bleak and unremarkable, dampening my spirits. Oh, at least it didn't give me dread. I thought it was going to give me dread. Ding. Mary Holmes. I'm looking for something specific. A very unusual looking fungus that takes me back to my childhood with its wonderful smoky smell. Okay, let's see if I've got that. Do any of these smell smoky? And, like, pleasant? Gives off light. Not Sunset Nightcap, because that notably smells horrible. Copper Cali, no. That's all the fungus ones I thought I had. Wren? Is it Red Abbey? No. I'm gonna look through the book, see if there's anything here that mentions a thing with a smoky smell. Ah, see, now as I'm flicking through it, I'm just seeing plants I absolutely recognise, because Bishop's Parasol there talks about a milky fluid, viscous white fluid. There we go, blue tag. Violet. Mark it up. See no organs to mark up though. That was the reference. Ah, grey samphire. That is an unusual thing that gives off a smoky scent. Would that have shown there? Yeah, smells faintly of wood smoke. Didn't even think of that as a fungus, but it is. Shazam! Plant identified. Gets us nothing. I really hope these people are paying us. Simone's back. Oh goodness, Hellboy, you haven't been getting enough food? No, that's just a cat. That's terrible. Whatever will become of you? My mother's had me looking into this servant creature for you, but I'm afraid I've not been getting anywhere. Oh, Verona's her mum, isn't she? Same surname. Observant, that one. It's strange, I'm sure I've seen some reference to it before, but I'm drawing a blank when I try to find anything. I think Lord Fremont's archives would be a good place to look. I was going to post this to you, but I was in town anyway, so I thought I'd drop it off in person. That, and sneak in some Hellboy hugs. Thank you for the letter. I've not been getting anywhere looking through my collections in Ambleside for any mention of the servant, but Lord Fremont's archives at Muncaster are home to many ancient and esoteric scrolls covering a wide variety of subjects. It might be worth a visit. It might indeed. Muncaster, you say? Where in the hell is that? I don't even remember seeing that. Muncaster Castle. Muncastle, if you will. I follow Fremont's manservant deep into the vaults of the castle. 2 hours later, I've still found no mention of the servant. On the verge of giving up, a name grabs my attention. The Woken Dendru. Didn't Verona say that was another name for the servant? The Woken Dendru is loyal to the summoner, who becomes its master, and can bend its terrible power to their will. This servant is assumed to be immortal, since it has no known vulnerabilities, but that does not mean it cannot be defeated. Many hundreds of years ago, a site of ritual importance was created near Blackcomb, to the south of the Watcher, the Great Oak, and the Dendru was ousted from this world. Unfortunately, although we know that 5 plants were required for the ritual, the specific plants are not known. Interesting. Ritual site near Blackcomb to the south of the Great Oak. Or is the site the Great Oak and that's to the south of the Watcher, or are the Watcher and the Great Oak the same thing? That's a slightly ambiguous syntax. Bing. Norwood, please. Find it's the only thing that can keep me from nodding off on the night shift. Well, I literally already tagged that. There you go. Now I can yellow tag. We got a page about Daisy Duck. I wonder if we always need 3 ingredients. I assume we do, but can it be the same one each time? Let's find something that says it has a potion that you can make from it. Do I have Daisy Dock? Got those kind of split trefoil leaves? No. Herb flowers have a light buttery scent. That's Butterdale, right? Flowers smell buttery to some people. Luckily, I'm one of those people. File that. Between Brimlock and Cabalia. Are those the leaves? Yes. Blue tag. Daisy Dock. My favourite Looney Tunes character. Goes between Coppercali and Branthium. And can we just... No, you can't put the same one in multiple times. Let's see if we can find this ritual site. Where was the Great Oak again? Great Oak is there. South of it? Yes. A small stone shrine sits off to one side of the clearing. 5 grooves run out from the centre of the stone, widening into recesses at the base. 5 slots, 5 plants. This is the right place, but I'm too early. I need Verona Green's help to perform the ritual. I keep, for one thing, thinking that says Veronica Green, who is off RuPaul's Drag Race UK. Gotta love that adventure game moment of, good idea, but not just yet. Where you've skipped ahead of the plot. Calm down. End of day. When her chance finally came, she did not hesitate even for a moment. Afterwards, when the Arda was dead, she felt only elation. Years after she had first laid her eyes on the book, she had what she needed. Oh, this is whoever killed the Arda. Is it our aunt? She found the poison in this horticulture book that she's now left for us. Anyway, let's solve this puzzle. First letter of the Latin name of a plant known as Golden Light, that's Weeping Bell, which is Lamentum Nixus, so an L. The number of petals on a lucky Cabalia flower is 7. For noted, well, semi-noted, like post-grunge band L7. That's it. I amble through Meadowland, stopping every so often to examine any wildflowers that catch my eyes. Buttercups, daisies, cowslip, red clover, knapweed, cat's ear. And hidden among them, something new for my collection. New plants, new plants, new plants, yeah. Morning, Caliber. What are these other things? Ah, yes, we have Guide to Fungus Antidotes and another thing about the Woken Dendro. Oh yes, dead ground northeast of T-Bay. We should probably check that out at some point. Bing. Bethany's back. It came for us. We were attacked in the night by the servant. In all my time in the forest, I've never experienced anything like what happened last night.
The forest came alive and drove the beast back, because we asked for that blessing of sanctuary. Arduino saved us. It's the only explanation that makes any sense. One thing is clear. We cannot do this alone, and we must not allow the servant to get his hands on what it's looking for. I'm trusting you with this. A secret that the Sisterhood has kept for hundreds of years. A tool to defeat the Woken Dendron. Keep it safe.
An item, you say? I love items. That's a flower disc. Does my seeing eye see anything to see? No. It has keyhole. Coin does nothing. Brass disc. No. Magnifier. Well, I've done everything I can think of. I mean, I assume this is to do the ritual, because you've got 5 wedges for the 5 plants you need. Anyway, Deadland northeast of T-Bay. What about all the way northeast? More important things I could be doing. Shush. Away with your rationality. Oh, sir. They're saying the Sisterhood's been attacked. Don't know much more than that, but the Seeds of Redemptionists have got all excited about it. There's a bunch of them, and a bunch of them chanting outside Pulliver's right now. And here is another instruction. Foxfield Trident. Get our Briar's Disc and find Foxfield. Foxfield Trident. From Foxfield, the Trident points me in the direction of some foothills northwest of the Twinside Stone Circle. A faint path leads me over a ridge and into a dell. Here, a plant thrives, sheltered from the wind. Didn't we already have that plant? Oh no. I think that might actually be Daisy Dog. Do these leaves look more like that? Kind of. They both look like it. No, because these only have one, like, split. The others have 2. So, take this up. Unlabel. Blue label this as Daisy Dog. This is why I blue label them. And stick it back down there. Archive that. Our archive has a lot of paper in it by now. Thank you for the strange reminder. Are you suggesting my posture might be bad? I don't know what you mean. Anyway, ding. Hey, Forrest back. I am going to Blackcomb. I will kill this servant. My people have a saying, he who lives without fear does not live at all. I will not say that I'm not afraid, but it would be no bad thing to die hunting such a noble adversary. I would take Ember Soul, which is the offering for Sanctuary. That's not a good saying. Well, I mean, these are people who train their children to be able to handle mind-altering drugs. They make a lot of interesting decisions. So we can give him the Ember Soul he wants to make an offering of the goddess for Sanctuary. Or we could give him the Lesser Meridoc that the cult asked us to give him, which will drain his mind and let him be sacrificed to the servant. I'm going to go and not do that. Problematic faves. Yeah, I'm just going to err on the side of not killing people. The cult probably won't be thrilled. Oh, you can use a plant on this. I know what you can use, because Clavilium is good with locks. Also, I like that you have the option there to give him a completely different flower. And, like, he came in asking for Embersoul. Presumably he knows what he wants and would be like, that is not what that is. What kind of a plant shop owner are you? And we got a thing for Widow's Woe. Whoa! Which I think might be... What? This? Dark purple flowers, maybe. Dark blue flowers, smells like sweet rhubarb. Well, that said it smelled bad, so probably not that. Anyway, Clavilium. The Encyclopedium. Ha 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 ha! What's that say? Follow the Dudden tributary to its source. Widow's Woe, so it either revives the husband or kills him. Follow the Dudden to its source. Show me the Dudden. Where it said the Dudden tributary, which will be this one. Never seen this plant before, and here it is growing in abundance. Okay, that. First is the corpse's friend, a reminder. Then comes the ankle grabber, the binder. Third is the fearbringer, fourth to lift a curse. Last, a petal to secure black blood's reverse. Okay, so... Okay, have a good meeting. Corpse's friend. Was that Devil's Nightcap? Yes. Which we need to identify. If indeed we have it. Plants like that. No, leaves like that even. A light, pleasant scent not dissimilar to pine needles. I think this is your Widow's Woe, actually. Said to induce fear, also called Kempfoot, partly due to its unpleasant scent. Dated dark flowers grow out from a bed of long thin leaves. Yeah, that's the one. Blue. Widow's Woe. Where's my Bew gone? Come back here. Not the right place for Widow's Woe, though. Okay, but we need to find Devil's Nightcap. Sweet scent like strawberry dipped in honey. That doesn't sound right. Overpowering sickly sweet scent, no. Pleasant fresh aroma, that sounds right, but that's the wrong leaf shape. Dark blue flowers smells like sweet rhubarb, that could well be it. Does sweet rhubarb smell dissimilar to pine needles? Acerbic odor. I am not sure. Then comes the ankle grabber. Gonna just quickly flick through this book. Okay, so Elderfinium is the petal to secure black blood's reverse, an antidote to Dendra's miasma. Pungent scent, lots of small pretty flowers, that leaves even, that is Evulum. Again, I'm just blue tagging until I've got it confirmed, but I like to know. And that can go straight down between Ambisol and Fevicus. Do I have Farmer's Worry? Spongy mushroom with potent abilities. Doesn't Oh yeah, I meant to be looking for the ankle grabber. Okay. Yes, and at this point I am just seeing if I can find everything. Is this Lyle of Neptune? Acerbic odor? Sparsely petaled pale flowers give off a strong scent. Yeah, that looks like it could be the inside of a lily. Wait, is that a lily? Anyway. Yeah, that's what Lyle means. File it between Lesser Meridoc and Long Veracund. Long Veracund is believed to lift curses, so forced to lift a curse. So that's Devil's Nightcap. Something. Widow's Woe. Long Veracund. What's it called? Eldephilium, is it? Eldephinium. So where's the ankle grabber? Do I have palliance as well? Sometimes called sweet breath, thanks to the freshness of the air in its vicinity. Many short leaves thought to help filter toxins from the air. It's not looking like it. I mean, I know I'm skipping ahead because I must have more pages to find yet, but basically I'm enjoying myself, so shush. Sheep snap. Green seed pods have a hard outer shell and sound hollow. To the south they call this plant bulbs of Bayern. I can't see pods. Where are they? Okay. And yes, looking at the description of Raw Gentry, it sounds like the ankle grabber might be Swift Snare, which we haven't seen yet. Do we have any Trimblehuff? These look like Trimblehuff. I'm a blue tag that as Trimblehuff. Am I continually saying Trimblehuff because it's fun? Possibly. Trimblehuff. Goes next to the view, don't get ideas. Then Weeping Bell, then we're dead. Whoa. Wait, I was not reading the things, I should have been reading the things. Okay, yeah, I'm assuming we're looking for Swift Snare with that one. Let's see if there is anything to find in this dead land northeast of T-Bay. No. Bing. Jonathan Forbes, do we know you? I can't remember. Allow me to present my services. I own a small shop that specializes in curiosities. I would have thought that someone in your position might be interested in perusing our collection of manuscripts on elixirs, for example. I mean, you know it. Arnside Antiquities, 21 Orchard Road. In Arnside, I'm guessing? I'm hoping that's a town name, otherwise you just... it's just a street address and nothing else. Arnside. I never thought I'd spend this much of this game, or indeed any game, poring over a map of the Lake District. You're just trying to trick me into learning British geography, just because I'm famously bad at it. I'm not seeing Arnside. This doesn't bode well. Yeah, I am straight not seeing that. Oh wait, it's right there. Cool. Good talk. The dark exterior of Arnside Antiquities blends into its surroundings, a tailor called Jones in an ugly-looking haberdashery, to the extent that I walk past it 3 times before I find it. Inside, however, I'm greeted by a world of intrigue and wonder. Old trinkets sit alongside faded books and manuscripts, while strange utensils and machines, their uses unfathomable, occupy rows of display cases. Some time before I peel myself away, returning to Undermill with 2 new recipes for elixirs that demand further study. Excellent. The Elixir of the Damned. St. Quentin's elixir. Elixir of the Damned, made from a combination of arbutamol-lactase, wait, no, maculosus retinentia and mens fortis. This powerful elixir is dangerous and extreme caution is advised. It's said to bring a person back from the brink of death, but at the expense of their soul. Those who have drunk appear vacant and lost, alive, but no longer really with us. Arbutamol-lactase, maculosus retinentia, and mens fortis. Arbutamol-lactase is Caballia. Caballia? Caballia. Caballia? Caballia. Mens fortis is Dranthium. Yeah, these are all the drugs. And maculosus retinentia is Henchuk, which is... So this is a memory wipe thing. Dranthium's a mind-altering drug. And Caballia, what did Caballia do again? I'm gonna go with nothing good. Possibly something good, hard to say. You gonna turn the page? Caballia. Oh, it's just a rare plant believed to help the dead find peace. Well, okay. Fair enough, I guess. Handchug. Elixirate. Labelate. Second meeting done, that was fast. St. Quentin's elixir. This elixir will enable any drinker of it to overcome their sense of fear. Though it should be considered beforehand that fear, not always a bad thing. For example, it would not be wise to drink this near to the edge of a cliff. A 5-pointed leaf to grant courage, a red flower to protect the mind, a seed pod for luck. Oh, we're getting more esoteric here. I mean, Butterdale is a 5-pointed leaf. A red flower to protect the mind is Candlewood, which is a red flower that provides a shielding effect. So it will presumably actually say some potion that will grant courage can be brewed from Daisy Dock, which has pointed leaves, and a seed pod for luck. tech that can press buttons while your hands are occupied elsewhere. That sounds like extremely my thing. Come on, seed pod for luck. Show me luck. Game. Come on, game. Ah, sheep snap. Green seed pods. Thought to bring good fortune. I don't think I have that yet. Boo. Green seed pods with a hard outer shell that sound hollow when tapped. Yeah, we straight don't have that. Well, bing. Very swift. Oh, you're the psychic.
The dreams have changed. I understand now what I need to do. When your librarian friend visits tomorrow, give her this instead of the palliance that she will ask for. She knows something that she's not telling you.
This is Lyle of Neptune. Because what's called Truth Sayer. This plant will force a person to tell the truth when eaten. Yes. So we want to unlabel that. Take that away. Move that over there. Blue label. Lyle of Neptune. Should we poison our friend? That seems like something we would do. I like truth. Draw a card. Enmore, Raven, Spider. Equipped with the Arda's knowledge, she journeyed west to the Stone Circle. Unknown to her, she was not alone as she made her preparations. It is once again Wednesday, my dudes. And hello to you, helper. Endmore, Raven, Spider, you say. Endmore. Endmore. The end of the moors. Enmore? If I keep saying it, will you appear? Enmore, 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 Enmore. Update didn't work. Come on. How hard can it be to find Enmore? Oh, it's right there. It was Enmore, then Raven, then Spider. So Raven takes us here. Eventually morph into Emma because language is a tricky beast and you are only summoning yourself. I mean, I usually am. And then Spider takes us to here. There we go. Open the drawer. Honestly, why do we always close the drawer when we're going away for the night? Who does that? A jackdaw croaks hidden somewhere nearby. Strange shapes of old stones pierce the long grass. Among them, some plants grow. That looks like green seed pods. I'm gonna blue tag that right away. Sheep snap. We file it. Between that shouldn't be there. Between what's it called? Sheep snap goes between Royal Gentry and Sword and Scepter. And then we make St. Quentin's Elixir with... So Courage is Daisy Dark. Red Flowers Prep Mine is Candlewood. Seed Pop for Luck is Sheep Snap. New elixir required, which we can label pretty confidently on account of its put that tick there. File it with my other elixirs. And label it. Excellent, we can archive that. We still don't have Swift Snare, unless that new plant was it. Oh, actually, wait, any of our plants might be it. We don't have the page for Swift Snare yet. So let's just ding the ding. Grace is back. Have you heard of this masked woman? Imagine having that amount of power. Nations would kneel before you. You'd be a god. That creature is huge, unstoppable, and they say it obeys her every command. Would certainly come in helpful with my father-in-law tomorrow. And this is a Wendy's. Guess I'll just have to settle for some Daisy Dock to help get me through it instead. Well, okay. On Daisy Dock coming right up if I can find it. When I made the potion, it has not filed things back where they should be. There will be blood tonight. Where the hell are my plants? Well, there's Capalia, Dranthium, and Henchug, which got used in the previous one. Ugh, why wouldn't you put them back where they came from? Are you remembering the name wrong, or is this the Rude Barrister's kid? You are not remembering names right, that was Isidore Burbage. Capalia goes there, I think. No, there. Henchuk goes back. Here, eyebrow. Guys, I know I'm saying this every day of my life, but when you take my things, can you just put them back where you found them? It's not that complicated. Sheep Snap will go between Lord Gentry and Solomon's Scepter. Great! Now can things stay where I put them, please? Anyway, have this plant now that I've finished shouting at all of my plants. Page for Dead Man's Fingers, which is a real thing. Said to strengthen, resolve, and sharpen the mind. Pretty sure that's not real. Post. This letter was delivered in an unusual way. There was no address provided, just the Horticulturist. Spelled wrong. I have to assume it was meant for you. Do you see another Horticulturist? If you know your plants, this letter is for you. Haha. Ho-ho, so you got it working. Oh, yes, it works, it works. Look to the north of Bowfell at the source of the River Esk. Nobody knows it grows there, it will be our little secret, ho-ho. Okay, with the ho-hos, that's the person who left the lens to us. What do we say? North of Bowfell at the source of the Esk. Yeah. This is the Esk, right? Yeah. Sure enough, I find a plant here I've never seen before. That looks poisonous as hell. Bing. My husband likes to forage for mushrooms, but I'm worried about the ones he's brought back from his latest venture. He's just been on a trip across the lake, exploring the woods to the west of here. He's got a bag full of odd-looking mushrooms that he says are perfectly safe, but they don't look edible to me. I've brought one with me to help identify it, but he's hoarding them because he thinks I'm going to throw them out. Your relationship sounds like it has some more issues. I'll come back tomorrow. Mom, run, he's trying to kill you. Yep. It's done. Mushrooms, woods west of Undermere across the lake. I do want to investigate this because, yikes. Mushrooms. I've never been here before. They're hard to find at first, but soon seeing them everywhere. Speaking of poisonous as hell. The red caps have a spongy texture. Oh, okay, no, that's farmer's worry. Spongy mushroom with potent abilities, only safe to consume in small quantities. Grants great strength for short periods at the expense of severe fatigue once the effect is worn off. It won't kill you, but it's also bad for you, so... And in high doses, might kill you. But also your husband sounds like an idiot and also, you know... filled with bad ideas. Meth shrooms. Yeah, pretty much. I'm debating whether to run the stream long today and... Oh, you were both going for that fun. Well, Emily got it first. Debating whether to run along today and just finish the game, because it feels like we're getting towards the end. Like, if nothing else, I'm running out of space on this bottom shelf. Bing. Spoon. Lord Fremont told me he was able to help you find some information on the servant. I've been looking all over the library, but all I've discovered is a mold problem. Don't say that, please. I hoped you might have some sweet breath that could help clear it up. So I could give you that, or I could give you this truth drug that a mysterious woman in a jade mask, who probably works for the devil, gave me. And that sounds more fun. I didn't want to mention this, but Fremont gave me something else from his archives, a recipe for an elixir. It's the key to the link to the servant. In theory, it would be possible to wrest control of it from the woman in the jade mask. Shot yourself in the foot there, woman in the jade mask. In theory, but the only records I was able to find are hundreds of years old. And even if it works, what then? The power that can be wielded through the woken danger is too great for any one person. We should stick to the Sisterhood's ritual. Okay, but are you going to give me the recipe? Yes. Lyle of Neptune. You get a page for Sour Bandy. Can help with memory recovery, especially if the memory has been deliberately sabotaged. We can yellow tag that. Elixir of Control. The link between the servant and the master is not fully understood. What we do know, however, is that the link could be broken at the expense of the mind of the master. In doing so, a new master can take their place and assume control over the servant. A strong will is required when consuming this elixir, lest the mind of the drinker is overwhelmed. It's believed that the power of a stone circle can amplify the effect of the elixir. Can I make that? Do I have these plants? That's Farmer's Worry. The one with the yellow berries and the kind of sycamore leaves is slightly concerning me, because I don't remember anything like that. Unless... was Worryless that? Witch Fig. Okay, Witch Fig. Farmer's Worry. And those little pointy blue flowers coming out the side of the stem. I'm sure we've got some of them. Oh, that was good. Maybe, maybe. They're a bit more of a purpley blue. Not those. Yeah, I guess it's these ones. Not that one. Do I have this flower? Pointy blue flowers going out to the side of the plot like that. Not Caldery. Come on. How hard can it be to find a plant in this Chase Notes plant shop? Must not have that plant. Ooh. Stick everything back where it goes. Oh well, I'm sure I'll find it. What are these other letters we got? Oh, they're just telling us about the servant and guides to fungus poisoning. Well, let's see if we can get another passenger and maybe find out. Passenger? Another customer, that's the word. Lorena Chapman, don't know you. My cousin will be married in 3 days. If you've got some trimble huff, then it'll save me the trouble of going out to find some myself. I mean, yeah, it would. If you knew my cousin, you'd know she's not worth the trouble. Great, good talk. Please leave. And we get Glowhorn. I think that's the glowing one. Glowhorn or forest lantern or pixie lamp is phosphorescent, illuminating the trees it grows under. Suspicious travellers avoid walking towards it, fearing that the faint lights will lure them to their demise or into a bog. File that. Between Gilded Dendra and Grey Samphire. It's a blue tag, but I'm fairly sure. And Trimble Huff can be a yellow tag now, and it's still extremely fun to say. Tell you what, I think we are going to run through, so why don't I just have an ad break now, and then we'll get back to it for extra bonus Strange Horticulture, because I had to leave early last time. Love you all, see you in about 3. And we're back. Hello everyone, let's end the day with a nice glass of wait no. Oh, I can archive that. Draw this card. Ah, 8 miles to the east of this is Gosforth. We saw the rune on the tree on the coin. The shepherd watched as she prepared the leaves and roots that she would require. He watched as the hours dragged by, the sun set, and she worked by candlelight, at times sitting still, at times moving like a dancer among the stones. The change happened suddenly, but also subtly, so that at first the watcher was not sure that anything had happened. Then he saw it. Or is this the woman in jade summoning the servant? End of the second week, day 14, Thursday, 8 miles to the east of Gosforth. Gosforth there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Done it. Gazing at the still water of the lake, its black waters draw me into a reflective trance. Here and there, flowers that I don't recognise grow along the bank. I'm still looking for that one with the pointy blue flowers growing out of the stem. But I really thought was this one. Really thought. But the other two are absolutely Farmer's Worry and Witchfig, so clearly not. Ding. Dora's back. Well, he went and ate those bloody mushrooms, and of course now he's sick. Is there anything we can do? He's in a bad way, and I'm worried about him. Ah, if only I had a page about fungal antidotes. Farmer's Worry, often fatal. An antidote can be made with royal genture. Not going to tell you how. Just give him this flower, tell him to eat it. I don't know. We get a book entry for Liverstone. Caution is advised when handling this plant due to the strong paralysing agent contained within. The Liverstone is a mushroom with pointed caps. That'll be that. That is a gross name for a plant, but then it's a gross plant, so. Also, not technically a plant, is it? It's a mushroom. Forrest's back. He's lost an eye. Probably bad. I have been to Blackcomb. I've fought the servant and lived, but still my adversary stands. It must be defeated. For my part, I am ashamed to say that I am done. And my soul could use the tonic of St. Quentin's elixir if ever I'm to recover from the horror that I've seen. Well, it just so happens. Brittle. Coveted by the rich, pretty brittle is crushed to make dyes. This is a very rare plant that's hard to come by and requires great care to cultivate, and it's there. Blue tag says brittle. And it goes... between Furnish and Red Avenue. Ding the bing. Post, sir. There was a hateful man who I used to see around town. Isidore Burbage, he was called. I heard a rumour he got involved with a cult and they removed part of his brain, but I don't know if that's true. Let's go with that. Either way, he seemed a changed man recently. Went a little bit West Country there, David. Not sure why. Sad Girl, Chalice. It's me, Sad Girl Chalice, here to talk to you about... Sad Girl... Chalice. Chalice clue takes me directly south of Sad Girl to a spot next to the river. Moss-covered rocks line the bank, velvet to the touch. In the moist conditions, a deadly-looking plant grows abundantly in the lush grass. Yep, don't like that. No, thank you.
Hey, Ruben's back. Brown tells me you're working on gathering the plants for a ritual that'll help us defeat this creature. I want to help in any way I can. From what Verona told me, I think this might be one of the plants needed to perform the ritual, but I'm afraid I don't know where it can be found. There's Swift Snare. The binder, ankle grabber, and never let go were several of the names given to this plant that may give some clue as to its properties. Once ensnared, it's impossible to extricate oneself without help. Heart-shaped leaves. Heart-shaped leaves? Bell like flowers and heart-shaped leaves. I think we found our Swift Snare. And I still don't know if we've got Devil's Nightcap, which is the first one in the clue. Sheep. Sunset. Also, where's the Bew gone? Get back in line. Wait, where's Trimblehuff gone? Where's my Trimblehuff over there? Return the Trimblehuff. There we go. This shelf may not be big enough for every plant in the game, turns out. Bing. Do I know you? I'm visiting my grandmother up in T-Bay and thought I'd take her a favourite plant to cheer her up. It's big. That's not it at all. It's blue with large flowers and it smells lovely and fresh. My nana calls it sweet breath. That is Palliance. Have I identified where that is yet? No. Blue, large flowers, smells lovely and fresh. Rather unpleasant scent. Bland smelling. Overpowering, sickly sweet scent. Dark purple flowers. Pleasant fresh aroma. Yes, and those leaves are in the drawing for Palliance. Sounds like a really weird word for a friend group. Welcome to the Palliance. Goes. Chestnut tree. Red Avenue. Between Norwood and Fennet. Although I am desperately squeezing all these plants on here, maybe they will all fit eventually. Bing! I can't help noticing that Drea Huntsman is still alive. You don't seem to understand the importance of our work here. If you are not with us, then you are against us. When the redemption comes, and it will come, you will regret your actions. Praise the Dendro. Well, guess I've picked a side by not killing a man. I still maintain that one in the electoral control should be that. Did I try that? I must have. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I did. And it's not that. Okay, so yeah, I must not have that yet. I guess. Or I'm just not seeing it. Is also extremely possible. No, it's not Cauldering. Well, I may find it yet. End of day. Decay gives way to new growth from death to life. The cycle starts again, west of White Scar by the river. Behind the woman, a dark, skeletal figure began to rise, and a low, primal snarl sounded across the clearing. The shepherd turned and ran, cold fear coursing through his veins. He did not run for long. Yeah, it looks like we might only have space for like one more night here. Day 15. It's a Friday. Now we explore. Where's the card? West of White Scar by the river.
There we go. The sun-bleached skull fixed in with its black-eyed gaze. A reminder. From the chest of the skeleton, a plant grows. There's your devil's nightcap. So, we now have the 5 plants that will help us defeat the servant, but we do not currently seem to have the ingredients for the elixir to control the servant, which seems like a cool thing we might want to do. David's back. I've lived in Undermere all my life, and I've never seen people as worried as they are now. Everyone's talking about the sisterhood and the servant. Somebody needs to do something to stop that beast. Stop or take control of? I was speaking to a woman from Ironside who told me of a cave nearby that the locals stay away from. Apparently there's a strange plant that grows there, but the cave is believed to be haunted. Unfortunately, she was vague about where the cave was. Somewhere to the east was all she would say when I pressed her. Warmest regards, Amos Duncan. Cave to the east of Ironside. Where was Ironside? It was there. So that would be White Skull Cave. A thick crack runs down the rock face, widening as it nears the ground. Just wide enough for a man to slip through, but there's a problem. A large boulder blocks the entrance, too heavy to move. But what if we had mushrooms? And we get the thing for Twilight Lepiota. And we can yellow label the farmer's worry. I'm surprised at how easily I'm able to roll away the boulder with the help of the farmer's worry. My eyes adjust to the darkness, I discover several clusters of fungi growing there, reaching out desperately to the thin strip of light provided by the crack. Can we say poisonous as hell? Bing. Oh, hey Simone, sorry we drugged you that one time. I haven't forgiven you for whatever it was that you gave me the other day. Yeah. I should have destroyed that elixir recipe when I had the chance. Whatever happens, you must not allow it to fall into the wrong hands. I have only right hands here. Seriously, somebody give me a left. Bing. Alden Gregory. My wife of 30 years is dying. That's the truth of it, as painful as it is to say out loud. The doctors say there is nothing they can do, but I cannot sit by and wait for it to happen. A man at the hospice let slip about a plant-based elixir. I don't think he meant for me to hear it, but I did. That's all I can think about. I understand the risks, but any price is worth paying if it means she doesn't have to die. Please, I'm begging you. I mean, my dude, you know it's called the Elixir of the Damned. But sure. Book entry for Haverage. Pretty blue flowers. That looks like that. Blue label. Haverage. And you know you're in the largest state in the Union. Between Harlequin Blue and Henchak. Althea O'Shea. What a delightful shop you have. I'm only in town for a brief visit, but I heard I might be able to get hold of some liverstone here. Forgive the voice. That wasn't liverstone. Oh no. Remove label. Oh no. I have misfiled. Liverstone. Strong paralyzing agents. Ma'am, why do you want this? My fingertips feel slightly numb. There's your liver stone. Tomb. Pronounced tomb. This flower is sometimes associated with death. Is that because it's pronounced tomb? Uses of fragrance and scented candles. So we label the liver stone. And we file it between Lesser Meridoc and Longvericund. We've got an exploration. Let's keep exploring the Deadlands to the northeast of T-Bay. There's still nothing here. I don't know why I'm doing that. Bing. Oh, hey, it's you. I can't control it anymore. This has all gone too far. I never meant for it to turn on my sisters. It's too strong. I'm trying to hold it back, but it wants to kill. That's all it wants. Death. Death and more death. You have to help me. I can offer Widow's Woe or Dead Man's Fingers. What would these accomplish? Dead Man's Fingers strengthens resolve and sharpens the mind. Widow's Woe makes my computer start lagging. Exciting times. Said to induce fear. Why would we want to do that? I suppose if we want to break her will so we can take control of the servant? I guess? Oh wow, we are lagging something chronic. What's going up with that? Excuse me while I diagnose. That is a lot of CPU usage. Why? What if I close that? Cool. Turns out if you leave the settings page open too long, it causes a little bit of a memory leak. Yeah, so Widow's Woe, if we want to induce fear in her to take the thing for ourselves. Dead Man's Fingers looks like that. Do we have that? Typically found in dense forests. Well, what if we go to a dense forest? What about that, eh? This dense forest. No. Is that Dead Man's Fingers? It smells rotten. Does Dead Man's Fingers smell? Does it say? At a glance, it can appear as though a corpse is reaching up from the undergrowth. That doesn't look right to me. Not that. I mean, I could try this. I can afford to take one dread. Well, it looks like I can't give you a helpful thing that I perhaps should have been able to find. Instead, I must give you an unhelpful thing. And I know full well that it will be unhelpful, and I apologise. Anyway, here's a book entry for Carnivorous Tarn. Known in the north as Andrew's Bane, after the unfortunate demise of a man called Andrew Jardine. Rip, I guess. He was caught and slowly eaten alive by a large specimen of the Tarn. Revered in the occult world, a cross-section of the Tarn stem reveals pentagonal symmetry, which seems anatomically strange. Yellow label that. And does this have a pentagonal stem? I mean, it's got to be that, right? It's on account of the carnivorous. It's gotta be. I'm blue labeling that. Andrew Garden eaten by Garden. Yep. Like, why did you steal my name? Sure, you thought it wasn't just a noun, but it's my noun. And it it goes over here between Candlewood and Cordery. We don't have any more clues we've missed, right? There's nothing magnifying glass. The magnifying glass so far has done nothing. Not a goddamn thing.
There's been talk over the last few nights down the Royal Oak of a servant creature going around slaughtering people. I used to enjoy walking in the hills, but I daren't leave my house now. I've decided to bring nature to me in the meantime. The glow of a few pixie lamps would surely warm my heart. We got your glowhorn. It wasn't hard to identify the one glowing mushroom. Pennybell, chewed by some for their hallucinogenic properties. Highly addictive, can lead to sickness and death. Yellow tag that. Can I combine items, the hidden objects plant with the magnifying glass, or a lamp with the magnifying glass? We don't have a lamp. I mean, we can magnify stuff that we see through the lens, and vice versa. That's about it. Bing. Okay, phase back. I understand it now. My mind is linked to the servant. With the elixir, I will be able to throw out the woman in the jade mask and take control for myself. Together we can end this. Meet me at the Daughter's Stone Circle tomorrow and bring the elixir. I wish I could, but I can't find the thing to do it with. And that's the end of the day. We did try Haveridge, right? Haveridge, Farmer's Worry, and a Witch Fig. Welp. Oh, that doesn't even max out my dread. We're fine. Ooh. Ah, that's the one. Solomon's Scepter. And now I have to resort my plans. Alright, where are you all? Solomon's Scepter goes back over like there. Wait, well, Gentry, why are you there? You should be there. Farmer's Worry goes all the way back here. And Witch Fig goes just like there. What is my Shimmerlung doing there? What, the Bew decided it wandering wasn't good enough? Now it has to make everything else wander? Gah, bloody ambulatory mushrooms. So, we have the Elixir of Control, which seems not worrying at all. We also have the 5 things to destroy the serpent. Serpent, servant.
right, because that's Devil's Nightcap, which we have... there. Ankle Grabber is Swift Snare, which, do we have that? Let's check our book. Because it does look like we're coming up on the end here. Small heart-shaped leaves. Oh yeah, no, we did find that. Yeah. Third is the Fearbringer, Widow's Woe. Fourth to lift a curse, Long Veridum or whatever it is, Vericund. And Pedal to secure Black Blood's reverse is Eldefinium. So we've got all 5 of those things. So it sounds like we're going to have to make a choice. And we all know I don't make good ones of those. End of day. She finally had the power she had craved all these years. A servant to do as she willed. But that power came at a cost. The servant was awoken and it would not be contained. It was the Dendron. The dread. It was death. And we've got another clue card. Let's go and solve that quickly. Clue card. To the east of the castle, across the river and through the mountain pass. It grows at the edge of the wood. Okay, so we want a castle that's west of a river. Muncaster doesn't seem to go to a mountain pass. Agramont is next to a river. Gleaston? Across the river and through... No, there's no mountains down there. Sizer? Across the river, through the mountain pass, edge of the wood. Okay. Nailed it. The trees sway effortlessly in the cool breeze. The low hum of crickets chirping rides the wind. A sense of calm washes over me, and I'm rewarded with a new find. Wait, is that Swift Snare? It moves fast for a plant. And it's got heart-shaped leaves. That's Swift Snare. This, I don't know what it is. Not Swift Snare. No, chef. Okay, now I've got the 5 plants I need. Goes there. Bing the ding. It is time. The servant is on the move again. Time to act. Meet me at the ritual site. I hope for all our sakes that you've been able to track down all the plants we need. I have a decision to make. Do I meet with Faye Swift, or do I follow Verona to perform the ritual? Or do I ring this bell again? Well, that does do something. We must act before it is too late. Gather the plants and meet me at the ritual site. I wonder, if I keep dinging the bell, can I just choose to do nothing and let the servant do what it will? And where was the ritual site again? The Great Oak. Oh, south of the Great Oak. Yes. So, chat. And I'm asking you because you always have the best opinions that never lead to anything bad. Do we destroy the servant, or do we give it over to our perhaps stable psychic friend? What are your choices? You are having ideas. Either we go to the Great Oak and destroy the servant, or we go to the daughters, give Faye the elixir of control and give her control of the servant. She says, end this. This is the servant who can't be killed. Well, no, apparently this thing will destroy it. This 5-part ritual. Right? Oh, no. Okay, can't be killed. This would be ousting it from the world. And just kicking this can however many years down the line. Yeet it into space. Okay. We seem to be going with the ritual. Down we go to the ritual site, which we found. Just let me remind myself, that's the Great Oak, so it's that clearing south of it. Delaying the inevitable is the better choice. You don't trust cults. No, Faye is not with the cult. That's the thing. It would be taking control of the servant away from the cult and giving it to this woman we know. For clarity. We've already given up on the cult ending on account of we didn't kill Forrest. You don't trust strangers either? That's fair. A small stone shrine sits off to one side of the clearing. 5 grooves run out from the centre of the stone, widening into recesses at the base. 5 slots for 5 plants. Okay, now, this isn't making the order often clear, so I assume it's alright. So, Corpse's friend is Devil's Nightcap. Watch me screw this up now. Devil's Nightcap. Then comes the Ankle Grabber, Swift Snare. Third is the Fearbringer. That's Widow's Woe, right? Said to induce fear. Fourth to lift a curse, Long Varicant. And last, a petal to secure Black Blood's reverse, which is Elderfinium, right? Can we brew to create an antidote to dangerous miasma? Yep. Elderfinium, Elderfinium. Let's go. Yeah! Well done. I will take it from here. I stand back and watch as Verona walks around the shrine, muttering soft incantations. Feels like a long time passes before she looks up, but in reality it was perhaps only 10 minutes. Nothing's happening. What do you mean nothing's happening? We got the right plants? I think so. Perhaps we just need to be patient. A huge, splintering crash behind us makes us all spin round to look across the clearing. A huge creature, its head and shoulders visible above the treetops, is making its way towards us, ripping up trees as it advances. The servant. That probably looks a lot scarier in real life. I don't know, something about that drawing makes it look a little bit goofy. Sorry, game. What was that about being patient? I think we're out of time. At that moment, the woman in the jade mask comes hurtling out of the woods at the other side of the clearing. She takes in the scene and heads towards Reuben, ripping her mask off and flinging it into the dirt. Papyrus! Oh my god. Yeah, Immortal King Cain would have been... like, would have destroyed the mystique less, but Papyrus is right. Oh. Oh my god, it is. Yeah, no, I'm always here for brain hitting with references. Yes, woman Jade Mars takes mask off, flings into dirt. It's his missing daughter. Father. Thea? Reuben runs towards her and they embrace in the centre of the clearing as the servant bears down. I can clearly see the tears flowing down Thea's stricken face as she looks up at her father.
I'm so sorry. I've been a fool. I thought I could control it, but I can't. It's too strong. What have I done? She runs towards us at the shrine, bringing out a small vial of red liquid from within her cloak and thrusting it into Verona's hands. It's blood. My blood. I know what to do. But before she can act, the servant burst through into the clearing, sending 100-year-old ash and elm hurtling as though they were saplings. Do your worst! Reuben locks eyes with the servant and grabs a sturdy branch, running off to the side to draw the creature away from the shrine. The huge beast lunges towards him with a terrifying roar as bone trousing begins to play. Reuben brings up the branch as the servant closes the gap and brings its large skeleton claw arching down. The branch splinters, and Reuben is sent reeling backwards, but he doesn't have time to regain his footing before the beast is on him, slashing and maiming. Father, no! Thea crumples to the floor, wailing as Verona fumbles with the stoppered vial, turning back towards the shrine. She pours the blood into a small cavity at its base, and then everything happens at once. The servant makes a desperate charge towards us, and I'm certain that we're going to be devoured, but Thea steps forward and raises her arms. Get back, servant! Stop! I command you! The servant falters for a moment, as though wrestling against some invisible force, but it regains control almost immediately. It thrusts one spear-like appendage forward and impales Thea through the abdomen. Oh, this is because we didn't give her the plant that strengthens the mind, because we couldn't. At the same time, a pillar of bright white light launches out of the shrine towards the servant and hits it in the chest. The huge beast shrieks and staggers backwards, flinging Thea's lifeless body to one side. There is an almighty thunderclap and a blinding flash of light, and suddenly the servant is gone. A patch of charred ground smoulders where it stood just moments before. My head is spinning at what has just happened. Did it work? Have we defeated the servant? Friday. With the dust settled and the servant vanquished, I've been able to reflect on the events of the last few weeks. The devastation wrought by the ancient beast was greater than anyone had imagined. By the end, Thea had lost control entirely, as had been made clear from the tales coming from Haverig and Bootle. Without our intervention, who can say what the final toll would have been? In contrast, Undermere has never felt so jubilant, so full of life. All the nervous tension that had built up evaporated in an instant, and the people have ploughed their energies into celebration and merriment. They did not know the whole truth, of course, that Thea, the woman in the jade mask, was the one who summoned the servant, and in the end she gave her life to help us defeat it. Verona and I have kept quiet by unspoken agreement. As for myself, well, I'm back in the calm of strange horticulture, of course, with Hellbore for company. It's quieter around here, and I miss my friend Reuben. I'm content, and there are always more plants to learn about and discover. We got an end! A bloody mess. The servant is gone. A victory of sorts, but one tinged with sadness at the death of our friend. Ending 1, Tomb. Okay, and we have everybody's fate. Reuben Ward killed by the servant. Verona Green, she rarely comes to the shop anymore. She doesn't say it, but you know she's deeply saddened by Reuben's death. Bethany Coleman, in your debt, your actions helped save the sisterhood. Faye Swift, she has not dreamed of the servant since you performed the ritual. Ennis Alford, in hiding, has not been seen since the defeat of the servant. There are rumours he's living in Rydale Cave once again. Forrest Vare, wounded. Both his body and his pride have been damaged, but he lives. Thea Ward, deceased, killed by the servant. And Isidore Burbage, insane. A shadow of his former self, he stays indoors muttering to the walls. Well, game, we went for one act of petty revenge, and then the only options we had past that were mind wipe or murder. Maybe I should have gone murder. Maybe I should never have poisoned him in the first place, but that's on you, chat.
And we hit credits. So I think I'm going to do a bit of a wrap-up while the credits roll, because that is the end of Strange Horticulture. I really enjoyed that. Not going to lie. Just very, very, very chill until it wasn't. Very cozy, even if some fungi did make me feel bad things, but that's me and fungi. That's a me thing. Fungi and carnivorous plants are not really my jam. So, thanks for watching, everyone. It's nice to do some short games in between sometimes. If you've been watching, you know where to find me, but just in case, this is twitch.tv/Serasent, that's SERASENT, the House of Hubris. And I'm streaming here every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday at 2 PM British time, that's 9 AM Eastern, 6 Pacific, other time zones are available. And come Saturday, we will be starting something new. Don't know what yet, because didn't think this would be quite this short. I mean, I looked it up and knew it would be quite this short, so I don't know what I'm saying, really. Basically, I didn't make a plan, because I don't. If you want to be notified when I am live and find out what I have decided, then you can throw us a follow. Makes my numbers go up, always nice. Makes your number of notifications about when I'm live go up, from 0 to some. If you miss anything, VODs can be found on the Twitch for 8 weeks after the fact. For everything else, you can go to my YouTube. Link is down there, says VOD Archive. If it's not there, you're already there. And you can see everything going back to the very start of the channel over a year and a half ago now, which is wild. And lots of games there, probably something to your taste, and if there isn't, let me know what would be, and we'll see what we can do. What else? If you think me poisoning people and taking petty revenge for mistreatment of customer service is worth your financial support, you can, of course, cheer or subscribe on Twitch, but you very much don't need to. Just turn up and have fun and be chill and be good to each other, and then everyone's having a good time. What else? If you want to find me elsewhere on the internet, regrettably, best place for that is Twitter, @Waruce. That's WARUCE. Link also down there if you're on Twitch, or in the show notes if you're on YouTube. Oh yes, that was the thing you should do. If you want to see more VODs on the YouTube, you should subscribe to that, because that gets me closer to having a URL I can pronounce, but also, more importantly, gets you hot, fresh VODs in your subscription feed every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Got there in the end. But yes, go to my Twitter if you want to find anything else about me. Also, in terms of other projects, the only things I've got going at the minute is Saturday nights on twitch.tv/thehypegoblin, that's THEHYPEGOBLIN. You can see me in the ongoing Numenera Stars in the Stone campaign with a bunch of other talented roleplayers, and we have a lot of banter and general chaos, and it's good. I think these credits are just looping at this point, and I've run out of wrap-up things to say, so I'm going to click continue. Ooh, more content. Earlier. Plants identified 55 of 77. You ever heard of the Monastery of the Black Veil? I think it would interest you. I learned of it from a man from Ravenglass. If you're ever in that part of the world, you should ask him about it. He owns the Horseshoe Inn on Main Street. Oh, there's more. There's more content. Oh no. There's post-game. Okay, we'll quickly see what's in Ravenglass. I'm met by a man with a thick black beard and kind eyes who's delighted to have found a willing ear to listen to his stories. You won't find the Monastery of the Black Veil marked on any map. They don't want to be found. The monastery was on the edge of a wood, I remember that much. Must have been heading west, because I could feel the sun on my face and it was evening. We crossed 2 rivers, then we followed a river for a while. I could hear it to my left as we travelled. They left me here in Ravenglass and I've stayed ever since. As I turned to leave, he adds, "Here, if you're serious about going, you better have this." The elixir of the Black Veil. No seed will grow that does not wither, no water will languish upon the river, no man will last forever. Hail, we all will wear the blackened veil. Oh, do I stay to do this? Well, not today, anyway. either I will do this on my own time, or we will be back with this on Saturday. We shall see. If you have an opinion on which of those I should do, I don't know, tweet me or something. Or, I don't know, statistically, if you're here live, you probably have me on Discord, so send me something there. But for now, I am actually signing off. So, once again, thank you all for watching. See you again on Saturday, when we will be doing either Strange Horticulture post-game or something else. Yeah. See you then. Love you all. Goodbye.